All right, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Let's get into this Diddy trial, please. We have the usual cast members, the fabulous four, the fantastic four. We say fantastic? Well, I'll say pause on Rico, but
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic. We got all black because we came for business today. So
gotcha. That's true.
You see?
Came for business like the lawyers at the Diddy trial, huh?
Okay. I have enjoyed one person in particular, the woman from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, the recap. She has an excellent recap.
I think she's
shout out to Lauren.
Yes, I think she has the best one so far.
Yeah. Was that the new girl?
Yeah.
I like
her recaps have been really good.
I feel like there's the people that actually know law, and then there's the people like, just regular people. And I feel like the regular people have it more on point. But I think that's just because I can relate to what they're saying, as opposed to like the lawyers saying, oh.
I mean, I think she does an excellent breakdown. It can be understood by everybody.
Was that like reposted on social media, or did you hear it in real time on the radio?
No, she puts it on her page like after she comes out of the court and everything.
Oh, okay.
And she's dressed fire each time.
They said she had a tuxedo on or something the other day.
She has something with this. I'm not even like a fashionista, but she had like a black shirt with these puffed out letters. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Was that the first? I don't know what day it was. But they were.
She looked fire.
Charlamagne was trying to talk about her outfit.
I thought that's Charlamagne though.
So.
Thoughts, prayers and thoughts.
I mean,
thoughts and prayers. I haven't seen any breakdowns, but I do see different people on social media like post the transcript.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Of specifically Cassie's testimony. And I feel like that has been getting a lot of flack on social media today. Because today is day 3?
I think so.
Today is day 3 of the trial, and I think that she's been up there
2 days.
For 2 days.
Yeah, I think so.
She had to take a break, the judge said.
Today.
Yeah.
Because of the freak off text messages.
Right. So the freak off text messages
wasn't it? What
came in today? Yeah.
Funny.
No, yeah, that's why she's been getting a lot of flack today on the internet, because the text messages that I guess they used in the cross, that's how you say?
Mm-hmm.
Shows that she would, I be watching shows and shit. Okay, so everyone's talking about her being a willing participant in the freak offs. And then also there's, I feel like, men and Diddy supporters. Diddy supporters. Because I don't want to say just men.
Because he has women who support him as well.
Right, which is why I said and, but I didn't want to put the men in there. I took it out. They're saying, okay, yeah, look, Cassie's so stupid. She did this to herself.
Damn.
She wanted to do it. Now she's crying, blah, blah, blah. And I just feel like that's such an unfair take, especially after the beginning of her testimony, seeing how much she went through. Because, I mean, before the text came out, she definitely described in detail what the freak offs were like. The what did she say? She said she would get like UTIs, and like the medication stopped working after a while because it would just happen so often. How she literally choked on urine. Like he made her call escorts, and and that was like a daily thing. Like freak offs would be weekly, she said. And I'm like getting all of this information first and then seeing the text afterwards. I wouldn't even look at that and be like, oh yeah, she lied, or oh yeah, she liked it. No, she is a victim of an abusive relationship.
Well, I don't think that, well, in my opinion, just from what I've read here and there, I don't know if they're trying to say that she liked it. I think they're trying to paint the picture that
she wasn't forced.
Yeah, she was a willing participant, whether you like it or not. We do a lot of stuff that we may not want to do, but we still, actively do it. That was my opinion on how I felt like they were trying to paint that picture of her.
And I think the part you're talking about, or that you probably side with, would be the prosecutor's part.
Ooh.
No, because you didn't like the part where you think she's a victim, or you feel like she's a victim. Correct? I want to make sure.
Correct.
All right.
A victim of what?
Of abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse,
Okay.
actually physical abuse.
So that's the thing. This is a federal case.
Correct.
I don't think that they're trying to dismiss or have you think that none of these things happen.
He's not on trial for physical abuse.
And that's the thing. So I don't know why for the past 2 days we have only been hearing about these freak offs
I think it's
as it pertains to
Right.
her.
I think the prosecution is just doing a slow build, in my opinion. I personally, I think it may confuse the jurors, because the jurors are just regular people, like anybody in this room, who are just like you, who are also wondering the same things, like why are they only talking about things that he's not being accused of, as far as like a crime or whatever. So I don't know. I'm actually really I really wish this was televised, but it's not possible. Especially after seeing all the Young Thug stuff. But that was a state trial. But
I was about to say, yeah, that's probably not as large as this.
This is federal, right?
yeah, it's federal. But I just think they're building up. Period. Point blank. I think they're building up, but I also think that with so much build up, it's also easier for his defense attorneys to pretty much make their witnesses look bad, to impeach them, to second guess them, to put doubt in in the juror's mind. And it also, I don't know how long this trial is going to be, but like if you get 3 weeks of Diddy was an abuser, that's what's going to be on their mind.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that he is guilty of a RICO charge. You see what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know if that's intentional or whatever, but
Isn't it sex trafficking a part of his charge or no?
yeah.
So I think that's why this is relevant right now, because I guess, and I'm not too sure exactly what the law states, but he can be guilty of sex trafficking if there's just people flying in and doing things for sex. So I think what they're trying to do is show that it was consensual and it was more so of a party rather than an organized sexual experience to be like sex
He's
trafficking.
trying to show that.
The defense.
Right, but it's the prosecution that leads it. They do everything. Well, I'm not saying they do everything, but like you play offense on the prosecution, right? So again, Amanda just said this, like, why are they focusing so much on that? Which is, I think, kind of can be confusing for the jurors, because if you go, like I said, 2 and 3 weeks just talking about how much of an abuser he was, they're gonna say, yeah,
but
he did do these things. She did participate. But does that reach the threshold of saying that he trafficked people? And then you give an example of trafficking and what it looks like and what there have been convictions of. And then you give examples of
What he's been doing.
what he was doing, what the willing participants did. And they're going to say, now, does A look like B? Hell no. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a slow build, but I just don't understand. They're going really hard on it,
I don't have a case.
Just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who was doing what when it came to the cross, and what side was cross-examining Cassie when those text messages.
Defense.
Yeah, which I'm going to assume that it was a defense when they made each other read out the text messages verbatim.
It was only Kathy that did.
Yeah.
Oh well,
The prosecutor read out.
somebody read out the side for Diddy.
Right.
Right. So I don't know which side it was, but if it was a defense side, I can understand why they would take that approach to say, hey, listen, a lot of this stuff that you're accusing me for was consensual. And this was actually people who wanted this to happen by their own words, on their own merit, which at least somewhat takes away the credibility of one of the charges. I don't know all of the charges, which would be smart, for a defense attorney to have that approach. I mean, even some of the stuff that Cassie was saying happened with her being urinated on, and then that male escort came and said the opposite, and how she asked for it. And not only did she ask for it, she actually taught him how to do it and told him that he was doing it wrong. So a lot of these things that are being said now, could it have went on for longer than she may have liked personally, and maybe others potentially? That's more so, I guess, where the focal point should be. But if it is the defense attorney or the defense side that is, having this portion of the cross-examination that we're seeing, I think it's a good job on their behalf. I don't know. I think he's a freak. I think he might do some wild things, but right now, there's nothing that leads me to say that, hey, he's innocent. Did he whoop her ass and everything? Yes. Is he guilty of that? Yes. But again, that's not what he's on trial for right now.
I'm actually shocked. They can't get hair dye in there. I'm being serious.
Hair dye for who?
Oh, for Diddy?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to look good. You're supposed to look. You're supposed to look like you're
like you've been going through it.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to want to look like $1 million.
Well,
supposed to look aged and like withered.
Well,
and terrible.
What I'm saying is that he's missing out on a lot of his normal regimen.
The millionaire in prison.
Huh?
The billionaire in prison is missing out on his
normal regimen, whatever it is, injections, Botox, exercise.
He's also got stress in there too.
Yeah, like everything. So I'm just saying, like, I was like, yo, I just need to feel good. Send me a little Beijing,
in prison. I want to feel good in prison.
Right. I just need to feel good. Can y'all just do me this one request?
Are y'all serious? Do you know how into his looks he is?
I don't think you want to look good in prison though.
But I'm saying, okay.
You saw it just happened to Tory.
What?
Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times and had both of his lungs collapse. He had to be taken out.
I can guarantee you, Tory wish he had some of his hair products too.
No, that's why he got stabbed though, because he had Beijing beard and hair.
That's why?
Well,
it was jealous.
The other gang didn't like it. Was the anti-Beijings versus the regulars.
Anti-Beijings versus the regular.
Beijing. If I didn't know he was lying, I would believe that like bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I don't know. You just see, how sometimes you don't want to look like what you're going through. Granted,
prison.
He's not exercising. He's not getting his fillers. He's not whatever. Everything that he does, this might be one of 27 things that he does as far as like keeping up his look. I'm just saying. I'm like, yo, man, whatever color y'all got, just give me something. Like, even if it's light brown. Like, I'm in here looking like Papa Smurf.
Well, sometimes what you also want to do is look apologetic, especially on the federal level. You want to look like you're going through it. You want to look like, it's taking a toll.
Probably said, don't do nothing to upkeep.
Don't even brush your
teeth. He has an edge up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that you can get in prison.
Like, you can get hair dye in prison.
You don't want to look like prison isn't bothering you because they will keep you there. You don't want to look like you're unapologetic. You don't want to look like you're okay to do without. You want to be as much of a at mercy individual as possible. It's unfortunate, but that's and if you look like you're upkeeping, they're gonna be like, okay, you can be in here longer. Literally. And this is not just an opinion. This is actual advice that was given to me in my federal case.
If that was a case, child, I'd be like, let me keep that suit. Let me walk in here with my jail clothes on.
He did the first time. He was in that
not for the trial.
The beige sweater, I think it was.
No, I'm talking about the actual jail clothes. Like,
it was damn near was.
No, like I don't want no fade, no edge up. I don't want no chapstick.
No chapstick.
No, those
rough.
That's
I'm like, no, I'm just saying if that is the advice, then let me look my worst. Get those fucking clippers away from me.
Niggas really do be looking rough with no chapstick. I'm not gonna hold you.
And he had on his lips wasn't crusty, so he didn't have some chapstick. And he had an edge up. I mean, thank God he got a good hairline. Shout out to him. I'm not going. You think he ain't praising his lucky stars? Shit.
He might have already got the implants.
He got a hairline.
No,
He ain't looking like your boy.
when he got the
When he got stabbed.
when he got the implants, he might have been all
I think
right.
he got a half moon back here. Like, how you gonna talk shit to some? And you know he got little man syndrome. You know he talked some shit to somebody.
Nah, that's not.
Not when your shit back here.
That's
You
not.
better shut your ass up talking to me.
That's not what
Because
happened.
your hair is already not feeling the bullshit. It's leaving too. You know, so.
The rumor was that it was.
I'm joking. I don't know what the fuck he got stabbed for. I really don't give a damn. I'm literally just making jokes. But
Go ahead.
anyway,
I mean, he almost just died. I don't think it's something to joke
a
about.
lot of people just die all the time.
Niggas die every day, B.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
I done passed out before because my sugar is low and I could have died.
Good luck.
Now what?
Good luck.
Is Daystar coming after me? Fuck him.
I don't even know.
I don't know. I'm just saying that. But really, I'm just saying, like, it's only so much shit you could talk when your hairline is back here. That's all I'm saying. Am I wrong?
What was the
Yeah.
rumor?
Right.
Stephen A. go every day.
What was the rumor?
100
No,
million.
this is like right here.
No,
Your boy Daystar is like, that nigga,
they at the
that
same.
nigga salute like this. Aye.
So I had a question for you guys. Did anybody else on this couch see Sinners?
Yes, we did, but I was waiting to hear the rumor.
About the Beijing versus the anti-Beijings? Or?
No, you just said there was a rumor. There was a
Or
rumor.
why he got stabbed.
Oh, they were saying because he had made a comment about somebody else, one of the other inmates' wife, and on one of the tiers, and it got
hope
back
not.
to the other guy, and the other guy stabbed him up.
I hope that's not what he did.
I don't know. Not in jail.
Do you know?
It's just a
you-
rumor.
There was a phone call that was that did come out, and they were saying that he was doing his own thing. He was minding his business. He was going to the gym. He was staying out the way, and he had no problems with anybody. And this one time, he was just by himself, and they said that he got stabbed, and there was really no reason why he got stabbed by that person. They don't know if it came in from the outside going in, but there wasn't no issue with that person at all. That was
By the person that stabbed him?
yeah, that's actually a real jail call that came in that was communicating from the inside out. So they don't know if it was a hit. They don't know if it was orchestrated from somebody in the outside or whatever, but they've never had a problem before. They never even crossed paths and had an issue.
Let's put a big allegedly in front of that.
Well, yeah.
We don't know.
That's also somebody, it is allegedly, but if there's anybody that's going to be credible, it's going to be somebody who's in the same jail and pod as them, and that person was. So
I guess we'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
no, we won't. No, we won't.
If you two want to make up any rumors, now that I made up one, you apparently mine was wrong. There was a jail call, so go ahead and make up one if you want.
Did you make that up? Or
No, I thought I saw it on the internet like everybody else, but he got the call, so.
No, it was the call was online too.
Oh, okay. Well,
This
guy was
is
saying-
this is a big conspiracy theory, but you know how the security guard, whatever, he came out and said that
yesterday,
it was
right?
Kelsey that actually shot Matt. He overheard it and he knew it this whole time, and he never told anyone because he was protecting her. I feel like someone knew that the security guard was about to come forward, or knew he came forward, and that it was about to come out. And it's like, oh shit, we got Tori in there for that shit, and now he's about to tell the truth. So he's gonna come out, and who knows what's gonna happen when he come out. So they had to get him.
you got to drop the Law and Order beat as soon as she. Right after that.
DJ Academics was just saying some stuff like that. That Tory
Are we
Lanez
really?
was about Tory Lanez was about to add. Tory Lanez was adding something to his appeal, and that was 2 days before he got stabbed.
Like another person or what?
I don't know what it was, but something was being added, allegedly, something was being added to his appeal, and then 2 days later, he was stabbed. So, you might be right, Amanda.
I just came up with that just now.
Look at
Are
you.
you serious?
Just now.
Oh,
I swear to God.
And she said cross.
I didn't know.
Look at you.
I didn't know you made
That
that
is
up.
not even something I was working on
Okay.
right now.
Interesting. You know?
So about those sinners,
Okay,
Those
yes.
Sinners.
What you want to ask about Sinners?
did
You
everybody
recently
see-
saw it.
I saw it last night.
Oh, last night.
I did.
So you liked it?
It was all right.
It was all right.
It was okay.
Okay.
Like I was telling
loved
Marie,
it.
I just felt that from everybody just kind of see it twice and everything. I was just kind of like, all right, I want to see it, but I would watch it again. But I'm just saying.
I feel like people that go because they're like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, you got to see it. You have this high expectation of the movie and your expectations aren't being met. Just go watch the movie and be on your own vibe.
That's what I did. I went by myself. I didn't get no popcorn, so I was focused. I had my glasses on, and I sat close. So
how close? How close were you?
Maybe like letter H.
I don't know.
H3.
Okay.
Okay.
Theaters are still selling out. Why'd you have to get
Well, no, I didn't want to be.
He said in the middle of the day. Did you say
No, last night after the gym. So but it was good. It was good. That was my reason for not seeing it the first week it came out, because I was like, okay, you guys.
It's like the third week, ain't it?
But that's what I'm saying. I waited some time. We're like, all right, everybody stopped talking about it a little bit or as much. I was like, let me just go on my own accord.
Gotcha.
And not like try to rush and get sold out tickets.
My thing was there wasn't seats back there. Why did you watch it like that?
I had my glasses on. The screen was big. I didn't really need my glasses, but I already had them on. I was like, maybe it's gonna make it 3D-ish. I'll be in my brain. I know it don't make sense, but I was
you have
like,
a gummy?
no.
You had to focus.
No, I was there. I was like, oh man.
But H is a decent amount of space back.
A B C D E F G.
It started with A. Okay.
I don't know, but I would.
I don't even. You don't know.
I mean, the first row would probably be A. Wouldn't be like C.
Maybe.
All right, private school. Gosh, I don't know. Alphabet started with A when I was in school. But anywho, I haven't seen it yet, but I don't care if y'all talk about it. I actually love spoilers.
I thought you saw it.
No. I said I tried. I said I tried.
Wait, you didn't see it the last time?
I'm not gonna see it.
Okay. I don't even want to ask why.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I plan to see it.
He was already in the chat talking about for how much ever people said it was bad.
I check into the chat just to see these two go at it, and then like it stops.
What was it today? There was something today.
It was about the trial.
Right.
There's no going at it.
He's a defense lawyer now.
Well, once she threw the
she said the
thumbs up
okay.
She threw the thumbs up. I was like,
what is going on here?
Child, I can't be arguing. Just can't.
I'm gonna see you later.
Yeah. It ain't even that important, especially because I ain't there. I don't know what's going on in the trial. It's third party information. Anywho, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, Sinners.
That's what I'm saying. We're supposed to do
so
was that your
video
what was your
reaction.
thing? Oh, okay. So where's the video at?
That's what I was waiting on, the video.
Your ancestors were to roast you about anything, what do you think they're up there roasting you about right now?
I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know.
What would you say? Well, I don't want to out myself. I'm going to have to think about that one. My ancestors? I would hope they are proud of me. I still carry the tradition of flipping bacon with my fingers in a hot pan. They maybe might want me to give that up. My mama do. But, you know, if it worked, don't.
The fact that I can't dance and think about something at the same time. I have to be dancing, but if I think, oh, I'm hungry, I stop dancing. I know, it's a shame.
They would probably make fun of me how I'm here because to them they're all just like,
It has. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you in New York doing films? Get back on the farm. No. You big Egypt.
Something Egypt.
First of all, did you not think that he sounded Jamaican a little bit? Oh, you didn't watch the movie.
Oh, no.
Who watched it? You didn't think that he sounded Jamaican a little bit when he started saying the Our Father prayer? He is Irish. But his accent changed during that part.
He became Jamaican in the middle of.
Bro, it sounded Jamaican.
So someone told me that the Jamaican language has parts of like Irish influence because of the Irish people that were in Jamaica.
If you look up that scene again, whoever saw the movie, he changes his accent.
I mean, maybe he's like Tom Hanks' son.
I've seen it.
Bumbaclad. I don't know. So what are your ancestors roasting you for?
It'd probably be not knowing any of these dances, any of the electric slides and the whatever y'all are hopping.
Boots on the ground.
That one and what's it? Slide to the left.
Cha Cha.
All that nonsense. I don't
I
do
feel
none
like
of
Came out when you was
growing up,
that ain't even that's your time. They've
that.
been dead.
I don't like instructional dances. Like, don't tell me what to do.
I've only ever knew growing up the cha-cha slide, the electric slide, and very recently they came out with something new. To the left, to the left,
down,
to
down,
the...
boogie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is
Now-
not new.
more recently. I feel like when I was in high school, I learned that. What's that called?
Cupid
Do
Shuffle.
your dance,
Cupid
do-
Shuffle.
Yes.
It's like 20 years ago, I think.
That is not 20 years ago.
Okay.
No.
Or maybe, okay, I learned it in high school. I've never heard it before that. So those are 3 line dances that I know.
But those are line dances? That's what they're all line dances?
Cupid Shuffle.
Oh, all right.
Okay, I don't know if you would call any of the cha-cha slides or electric slide.
Yeah, those are line
Mine
dances.
was like you had to have the
I
boots
don't
and
know
everything, and-
anything else. If
I
you
know.
go down south, they have so many different line dances,
Yeah.
and I'm like, where did you guys learn this?
You just do.
When was this around? Because I feel like some music that they play down there, like parties and stuff, where people are like, "Ooh, they playing this song. Let's get up and do." We don't do that in New York. I don't know what this dance is at all. And on TikTok, I saw that people were doing, and I figured this was a down south thing because they don't play this song at parties here. The really difficult one. It's really difficult. I don't know the name, but you don't know what I'm saying when I say it's very difficult. And you gotta.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm humming?
It's a Mia song?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, the one with their
I don't know that one either.
Grant Hill?
I don't know the
Grant
song.
Hill's Mia's husband, right? Yeah. I saw them. They were spinning around. Anything that spins, don't spin me.
Yeah. It's very confusing, very difficult. I don't think I could get that one.
Yeah.
I only know all the old line dance songs. I'm not a big fan, but I like to watch it. People having a good time, enjoying themselves. You know, you got to be a hating ass nigga to sit up and be mad at somebody having fun doing their little line dance with their fan. You know, so enjoy yourselves. I mean, we got to get our joy however we can. It's rough as a black person in the United States of America.
Right. What about your ancestors? What are they laughing at you about?
I think that they would probably ask me, like, why are you still eating that and cooking that? Like, for instance, my family's from the country and we eat the pig, the whole pig. You know, for instance,
Like pig in the middle of a dinner table, whole pig.
no.
I mean the pig parts.
Just everything, like even something as simple as like boudin. Boudin is like something we eat in Louisiana, and for instance, to make it, you use a pig's head. You know, like the meat off the head. Use other parts like a roast part or whatever, but like you also use the head meat or even
The head meat.
yeah, or even like hog head cheese. Like I love hog head cheese. See, you probably don't even know what it is.
Heard it before.
Well, okay, so it's
Or maybe I've heard hog head before.
it's actually made from the stuff, the jelly, and they're just all that in the hog's head. I think they would be like, "Why the hell are you still eating that? Like, you don't have to anymore." So, but yeah,
You don't
I
have
think-
to, baby. Stop it.
yeah, I think that because when you're exposed to certain things when you're a kid, or like your grandma made it or fed it to you, whatever, you just still like it. That's all. But I don't put fat back in my beans and in my greens and in my cabbage and stuff like that. I'm beyond fat back. I use like some smoked turkey necks or something like that. No fat back. That's all.
Amanda?
I think I'm making this up on the fly because I don't know. I think that my ancestors would roast me for not really knowing how to cook, for real.
You don't know how to cook? I thought you could.
And not from them. Like, I'm a cookbook, TikTok kind of cooker.
Yeah, that's cooking.
That's cooking, but
Does it come out?
like, you learn to cook from your parents. Like, you learn to cook how your family cooks.
Mhm.
I don't do that. Like, I cook on my own accord.
So you don't know how to make, what's that called?
Like-
Shark and bake?
Bacon. most people don't know how to make bacon shark. I don't know not one Caribbean person.
I'm just what's something that Trinidadian people eat?
Curry, pilau. I don't know how to make pilau. I don't know how to make curry chicken.
What's
I don't
pilau?
Like a one pot rice and meat. It don't have to be chicken.
Okay.
But
Yeah, maybe you should learn your cultural food. Like, I mean, can you make like ackee and sawfish or anything?
No, and I don't even eat that. I don't eat that.
Really? Ackee and sawfish is like one of my favorite things.
I don't eat eggs. And to me, ackee resembles eggs. So I just never wanted to eat that as a kid.
But it don't taste like an egg.
Yeah, but it looks like it. So,
but it's a fruit.
And fruits usually don't look like that. So
that's interesting. Yeah, maybe you should learn your
I'm a picky eater. So
yeah, you pick up everything.
Right.
don't even do me like that. Don't even do me like that because I really am. You can ask my mom.
Amanda be over here chewing bone.
I am actually a picky eater. I eat chicken. Yes, of course I do.
I ain't never seen Amanda turn down
anything with a bone.
Nothing.
True.
I eat meat. Pause. Right?
You
That's
took
how
a
you
break.
say?
Definitely take a break. Take a break.
What would your ancestors roast you about?
Depending on which ancestor we're talking about, how far back we're going, probably roast me because I'm running around with a white man's name and thinking that it's something, and even thought about carrying it on and bringing it to my firstborn son. That's what they'll roast me about.
I mean, we can call you Kunta if that's what your desire is. I mean,
I don't even know if Kunta.
Kwame.
That's Ghanaian.
I know, like
It's black.
If you
it's not.
seek a new name,
It's different cultures in different parts of Africa.
we can call you Chidi. We can call you. It's a bunch of names. I mean, we already call you Rico, so you know.
I'm trying to think of a really black name. Devontae.
That's
Dequarius.
what the hell I'm talking about. Devontae.
That's why I said an African name, because he's saying
I know, but then he said it's cultural, so it's like, oh, all right, fine. Like, just give you a regular
No, I'm saying
black name.
there's different names for different parts of Africa. Like Kwame is specific to Ghana. Obviously, then you have different types like Nigerian names, Uganda, Congo.
Yeah, but they black, right?
But they're different cultures in different parts. So like, never mind.
he's just saying he doesn't know what his African name would be.
Exactly.
It would likely be somewhere in West Africa, so probably a Kwame or a Chidi, or Chima. It could be anything. Olufemi, something like that. But that's what he's saying. He doesn't know.
Okay.
But since you're in America, we can't just call you Dequarius and keep it moving. I don't know why that is like my new go-to
I know.
name.
First of all, I'm like, I've heard you say that so many times.
It's kind of like my go-to Jamaican name is Delroy.
Facts.
I don't know why.
You say that a lot as well.
Delroy. It's like, well, I also like Delroy Lindo. He's the one when he was on the panel with some white people. I think it was a news station or like a talk show, something or whatever. And he's like, "You want to say it, don't you? Say it. Say it."
I remember that.
He said, just say it. He's like, "But I can't say it." He's like, "No, yeah, say it. You want to say it? Go on ahead."
He was in Sinners.
Delroy Lindo? Oh, I didn't know.
Who's that in Sinners? I don't remember. I watched
Angels.
it weeks ago.
It was the black man with the harmonica.
The drunk. That's Joe from This Christmas.
With Chris Brown. Was it Chris Brown? Or Bow Wow? I was one of them.
Is that a Medea movie?
No.
Okay.
No.
But it might be Tyler Perry.
No, but it's not.
It's not Tyler
It's
Perry?
not.
Oh, okay.
Lauren London was in there too. What's the mother name? She
used to be on 227. Not 227, on Amen.
Ooh.
Remember Amen?
Yeah.
Loretta Devine.
Yeah, Loretta Devine. She's the mother.
She always plays somebody's mama.
I know.
Her and Jennifer Lewis.
Facts.
So yeah.
Yeah.
You
Got
not
all
knowing
that.
this Christmas is a little crazy. Put that on your list.
Ooh.
I don't. There's mad movies I haven't seen that I will never watch in my life. Like I've never seen any Star Wars.
Me neither.
I wouldn't get into that.
I never seen
My mom is obsessed though. She loves Star Wars.
anything Disney.
Oh well, I've definitely seen Disney. Even from when we were kids.
But I put the cassette tape. I said no, the VCR.
VCR.
Is it cassette? No, cassette is a little.
Yeah, the VCR.
Put the VHS.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
I put
VHS.
the VHS and the VCR when my oldest daughter was younger, and she could watch that all day and just keep pushing it when it came back out because it used to eject when. Yeah. And but I never sat and watched it because it's like, what is this?
I actually want to go to like a store wherever sells them and get one of them.
You go on eBay, they have them.
What you gonna put
Because
in there?
I still have all of my tapes.
I got a VCR in my edit.
I got all my movies.
You might as well save it and sell it when you get older. It's an heirloom at that point.
Sell it. Who's gonna want that?
Antique. By the time you're my age, that'll be like a super antique.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I don't know how I feel about that. True.
Disney. I know some of. I haven't seen a lot of them Transformer movies. I ain't seen a lot of them. What's the
As the Transformers like kept coming out,
Iron Man.
they started switching the actors.
all of them.
So, I
Spider-Man.
watched the first one that Shia LaBeouf was not in, which was okay. I forgot the actor that they put in there, but everything else after that, I'm like, all right, y'all doing too much. I'm not watching this no more.
Yeah. I don't watch movies twice. I have like 5 or 6 movies that I've seen more than once, but I don't watch movies twice. And there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen. I would not consider myself a movie person.
There's no movie that comes on TV that you'll watch when it's on.
Definitely a movie person. I'll watch.
Like what? Like it has to be one of the movies. Like if like say Friday comes on, I'll watch that. If
Like
Coming
if it's
to
on in the
America,
background, you'll just stop and watch it and kind of like leave it in the background, or you won't turn the channel. Is what I'm saying.
I don't think I'll watch it. Like I remember sometime last year, I don't even know why, but Bebe's Kids was on TV, and I haven't seen that in years. So I actually watched maybe like 30 minutes of that. But unless it's like one of the movies that's in my like 5, 6, 7 movies that I'll watch more than one time, I'm not gonna watch it.
I watch movies like 50 times.
I don't.
I watch movies over and over and over again.
I like episodic stuff. Like
Me and my sisters, we're like like we can quote shit and like be on top of it. Like if I say something, they finish in the sentence. We know where the fuck that's from. It's a little game that we play too. Like where's that from? But we be knowing it.
But what's your
We like-
category? Is your category like romance or like
I don't have a specific
rom-com? They call it rom-com.
That's so funny that you say that because my 20-year-old little cousin, I always like whenever I see him watching like a rom-com, I'm like, what do you know about this? Because he really likes not 10 Things I what's the Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey movie when she has on the yellow dress? You know what I'm talking about?
Is it How to Lose a Date?
How to lose a guy in 10 days.
Not even sure how I even know that because I barely can't even think of who Kate Hudson is in my head.
Kate Hudson. But anyways, he loves that movie.
I know Matthew McConaughey.
He loves that movie and he started listing other rom-coms. Like, I don't know, he pulled up rom-coms on Google and he was just like, yeah, I watched this. And I'm like, actually, for a 20-year-old, I don't even know how you watch that. I've always heard of that movie. I've never watched that. That's a category that he likes. I would say that that's a category that I like too, but I also like adventure.
Like Jurassic Park type adventure?
You know, I never really got into Jurassic. I've watched maybe 1 or 2 movies.
I hope you've seen the first one.
Maybe not the first one, but my mom likes Jurassic Park. So whenever she's watching whatever, I'll sit there and watch it with her. But I don't know what is.
Do you understand how monumental Jurassic Park was?
I actually
to like
would be able to
making?
tell what the first one is because it looks real old looking compared to. Yeah. So
remember, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, you going back? Yeah.
Anyway, we're totally on a tangent, but yeah.
Well, speaking about romantic comedies, because if you watch the old comedies as compared to the new comedies, you can kind of compare to like modern dating and traditional dating. See me?
You know what? I feel like romantic comedies now, I see more so on Netflix. I feel like they don't come out with like big screen romantic comedies these days.
Because I guess they're not selling. Ain't no romance. Ain't nobody getting together.
Be coming out on like Netflix.
Well, yeah, you can even compare us watching movies. You can compare us watching movies as, say, traditional love, as our Netflix would be modern love, or streaming would be like modern love categories. How we grew up, in a sense. Like, we used to only watch movies because there was no streaming. So you got all your information about like love and relationships from that. But now with like Netflix and Hulu, there's so many different shows that you can find different ways. Like, it could be poly love, there could be homosexual love, there could be straight love, or
Autism love.
all
There's a
types.
show on that.
I know, that's why I said that. On Netflix.
I enjoy that.
So is that like kind of like the new world of dating?
If you think about it, what's one thing from the past that you wouldn't, from traditional dating, that's different from like modern dating? What's one thing from that time that you don't believe can happen in a modern dating?
Let's give a time frame.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. So like, what's one thing you used to believe about relationships that no longer believe now? How about that?
Shit.
I have to think.
I don't even know.
Oh, they don't come to the door.
How do you meet them?
How do you meet them?
Yeah.
Outside.
Well, there's apps.
No, I'm talking about like when you pick them up from a date or something.
The men don't pick you up from your house, or you guys meet at a spot, is what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is if he comes to pick
Chivalry.
me up, he does not come to the door.
He just be outside to my beep beep.
And you get in his car?
Wild, huh? Wild. They was arguing me down. But
You don't know about this?
No, as a woman, why would you get in somebody's car can't even get out the car? to
Okay,
open the door?
wait. So hold on. We had a whole episode about this. It was a big thing.
he wasn't here.
But you don't know about it?
He's old.
Okay,
I have
so
manners. Sorry.
Exactly.
no, the
Old
whole debate
mentality.
was Rico said he's not going to nobody's door. He's texting here. And you gotta
So did Oliver.
H-E-R-E.
And he's your age.
40
No, he's
now.
not.
He just turned
Yes, he is.
40.
He's not his age.
No, I'm
Maybe they're
older.
close. There
Closer
is,
to you than he is to me.
no, he's not.
He's not. Mathematically, he's not.
Like he's not at all.
What about alphabetically?
Oh,
It was a joke. Like,
because he's a letter before R, so you're right.
But y'all both got the same letter.
Not legally.
oh yeah.
Then who would have won?
Jesus Christ.
I would think that in a sense trust is different because you
Ooh,
had less
how?
to worry about because you knew about less about who she was dating or who she was speaking to or who the other person was
Would've been
speaking to. You couldn't go anywhere and see whose page they liked. So I think your security was set up a little different back in the day.
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's actually good.
One thing that's different that we now know is that women are hoes. Bigger hoes than we actually thought. And we had to tap out the mentality that they were this innocent person, which I'm glad that, women have been able to tell us that we shouldn't hold them to such high standard opposed to 25 years ago. Thank you for telling us your true identity. We appreciate you.
Do you
We'll
have
treat you
anything
accordingly.
like real to say?
That's real as fuck.
Like be serious.
So serious.
Honestly, I don't know what's
My heart
different.
hurts for the men of this generation.
I don't know what's different. I do think that one thing is going back to what you were talking about is just like manners and chivalry and like that traditional type stuff. Like I think I'd be lost if I had to date somebody who didn't grow up in the same, well, at least with the same values that I grew up with.
Mm.
And I would imagine that it's in the same time span.
Well, I think back then, when a man would even call it courting, I don't even think they courting now. They don't even say courting. They say just dating, I guess. But when a man would
they like to throw courting in when trying to like define what dating is, like, and the steps of talking, dating, courting. But nobody even uses that word.
But
I feel like that confuses people.
If they're not coming to the door, that's not even the first step of courtship, really. Like, so I could see why they're not talking about it. But I think back in the day, people would date to marry, as opposed now they're just dating to have sex.
25 years ago?
25 years ago, I think you were dating to, and you were seeing
2000?
25 years ago? No, excuse me.
Thank you.
50s.
Oh, it's only 2000.
Thank you, guys. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here.
5 years ago was 2000.
Yep.
Crazy, huh?
Welcome to the conversation.
Well, I know
That's crazy because I'm thinking, y'all said 20 years ago. I'm like, all right.
1990.
Nope.
At
It's
10.
crazy to say.
2000.
So we told them then we're going to have to talk 40 years?
We weren't there. You were.
I'm thinking about a whole different set of people. Now that we've said 2000.
Well, but he also wasn't dating, so it has to be between 25 and 30 years.
95. Wasn't dating either. She wasn't even here.
Wasn't here.
Right, but what I'm saying is that, like, the point of reference, I think 25 years ago is a good reference, because say if you were 20 at the time and you're 45 now, like, that's when you first started dating, you know, around that age. Well, I'm just saying, okay, 16, whatever. But it's still around 20.
14.
I said dating.
Who are you seriously dating at 14?
In high school, you would have like a
high school sweetheart, and he was at that age where that was real.
We had sock
We're talking about, like, okay, like, were you taking girls out on dates?
No.
Exactly.
I'm saying him. We didn't really have high school sweethearts became an anomaly by the time I was in high school.
Did you pass notes in your high school? Was that a thing around your time or no?
Notes? No. Middle school.
I was about to say, I feel like everyone had
Nah, child.
High school is when
had like those kind of phones.
we had sidekicks.
Right, but
a phone to text?
Yeah, I mean, instead of having to, 1, 2, 3,
Aim.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's called, is it T9, I9, something?
Alphanumeric.
T9. Well, both.
Is it T9?
I think it's T9 alphanumeric. I think it's both.
There's a word. I just know what the word is now. But
yeah, I remember the doot, 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 doot. I used to be kind of good with it.
So you never even seen a beeper?
No, I've seen a beeper.
Okay.
My aunt had a beeper.
Yeah.
You know, doctors still wear beepers. When I go to my auntie house, she have her keys and her beeper on the.
But definitely by high school, everybody had like, iPhones had already came out by the time I was in high school. iPhones had came out.
Shit.
The first one.
Right.
The first one?
That bitch was thick.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this thick.
I had so many different phones in high school, and I probably
The first one came out, I think, in 2010, 2009.
The first iPhone?
Or 2007.
Maybe, no, you know what? Maybe he's right. But nobody
3G?
was really getting an iPhone, like, for real, for real.
I don't know.
The first time I saw somebody with an iPhone was high school.
I had that sidekick though. Man, shout out to anybody that had a sidekick. I used to be like,
I still got mine. Remember I posted it? I still got my sidekick.
Why did you have a sidekick? How old are you?
I was in middle school. I don't know.
you had a phone in middle
12,
school?
13? Yeah, because that's when I started taking public
How?
transportation by myself.
Wait, a sidekick? I was in middle school. I was in 8th grade.
And why'd you get it though? Do you know why?
Well, yeah, so I could talk to bitches.
Well, I would say it became popular because Fab had said it in the song. It was like, I love back young and doo doo.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And when you saw the video,
the music video.
you're like,
Facts.
I need
No, that
phone.
sidekick.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. The number two that comes after like the whole action of the sidekick is when you used to hang up on somebody with a flip phone. Boy,
Yeah.
there is no action like hanging up on somebody. Remember, what is that phone called? A Motorola?
StarTAC.
Razor.
Controller.
StarTAC.
No, the Razor. Was it the Razor?
Razor.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Razor?
This is StarTech.
It was
Wow.
skinny.
You guys didn't
They
have
had
StarTech.
two. They had the Razor, which was the skinny wide one, and the Crazer, that was the skinny thin one.
No, it was the Razor. That one.
My mom had a razor.
But even before that, they had like the little Sprint flip phone.
That's the one I had.
That was that you for real. All right.
The silver.
That, yeah,
it was silver.
Yeah, and it had an antenna on the side.
It's a StarTech.
Damn.
That's be my little trap phone at one point.
Damn, I had a BlackBerry too.
I had a BlackBerry,
BBM.
I love
BBM.
BlackBerry.
but I don't. I wonder why they haven't. Nobody's brought back like a flip because that.
What do you mean? Yes, they did.
I forgot what
Droid has
company.
done it.
Something
Apple's doing it.
has a Z
No, I'm-
phone. What company has a Z phone? That's a flip.
What's a Z? Why is
Yeah, I don't know what that
I've
is.
seen a commercial for a Z phone, and it's a flip phone.
Is it an
And
Asian
It's
company?
been Samsung.
No, that's
Where'd you come from?
that's not a Z phone. That's a
Samsung Z phone. It's a flip. I probably saw the commercial maybe about a year ago.
Recently.
Yeah,
Huh?
they
Like
have
a
a flip
regular
phone.
flip?
I don't even.
Yes, like a old school flip phone. Well, it doesn't look that old school, but it's a flip.
There's a new trend right now going around saying that some adults are getting dumb phones, which are like the Nokias and the flip phones, so that way they can have more, I guess, control over how much time they spend on social media and the internet.
Oh, I got a couple I can break out. They in the drawer right now. I don't even know if they take SIM cards.
Isn't there isn't there a way you can control that on your regular phone now?
Yeah, but I think it's just the accessibility that people are having problems with. The fact that it's in your hand and it's so accessible.
What age? Like what age group is
They
doing
just said
it?
adults.
Like
so-
21-year-old adults or like 45-year-old adults?
I'm gonna say probably 28 plus.
Not gonna lie, I think I'd be okay with a little trap phone. I had one for a while, so
Do you think that's something that we're all addicted to?
what phones?
Having a phone?
Or just access.
I definitely
Can you have access without a phone though?
Yeah, at your computer at
No,
home.
what I'm saying. Mobile.
on another device.
Nope.
On the iPad.
No.
Right. Like I
Oh,
got
true,
an iPad.
True.
On the iPad, yeah. You know
That's
what?
somebody say, did you see what just happened? You like, nope.
That's true.
Nope. I don't got internet.
Oh, yeah. And that's a quick whatever they talking about. As soon as I open Instagram, bet you'll be right there.
Yeah. It's very true. There's so much good to it, but there's a lot of bad, obviously. Because I think I'd be okay with a regular flip phone or whatever, but I think my issue would just be like, I mean, I Google a million things a day. Literally 1 million things a day. Seeing something or hearing something and I don't know what it is and I can't find out, like ascertain that information in the moment, that would really bother me. Because now I probably gotta like, write it down. Oop, let me get home, get on the AOL, and then like look it up. You know what I'm saying? Because right now everything is just we literally have supercomputers, and I always like make comments to people when they say stuff. I'll be like, I mean, you really could have just learned how to shut up when you didn't know what was up, or you could have used that supercomputer in your pocket and Googled it.
Oh yeah, they made phones so great now. Like I remember when I had my first phone, my mom had to put internet on it. Like I could use the phone regularly, but I wasn't able to use the internet on the phone unless she paid for that.
Oh yeah.
iPhones, literally like a fucking computer.
It is.
It was Wi-Fi.
Different apps and stuff too, like so convenient.
Mm-hmm. Like how would I do my blood sugar thing? It's on my phone.
There's an app for
They would make
almost
an app for your flip
everything.
phone.
No, I just have to. They have like a little device like this, and I'd have to carry around a third device.
Oh, okay.
So no thanks. But
More convenience than anything.
it's a huge convenience. But like anything else, I think you have to consider like the negative impact on us as a society when it comes to our
Innovative inventions.
No. Just like our obsession with information and our access to information. Like you really wouldn't even like the way some people talk about stuff and just say lies or whatever, you really would think that they walking around with a flip phone. You know what I'm saying? Because they just be saying bullshit. And so I think there's a huge obsession with information, but we just have so many people who also just don't, access it at all and have no desire to, which is understandable because I guess we'd all be like that to an extent if we had flip phones. But we all sort of have an addiction. And it's probably good to get away, like maybe have what's it called? Like a fast from it, like a day.
A day fast? That's it?
Well, I'm just saying, like, let's say you give yourself only 3 times to get on Instagram versus whatever it is you normally do.
You mean as a nation or just personally?
No, just as because I think some people aren't on, social media like that.
Yeah, but I feel like your phone is so much more useful than just the social media and the apps. Because even when I feel like, all right, let me leave my phone upstairs to charge and I'm gonna do what I need my phone for every little thing.
That's the addiction.
It's not even the addiction. It's just
everything she uses it for.
Yeah, I need it for stuff. Like I think that I could be okay without my phone for a few hours, but I constantly need it. So it's just like,
or it just makes life easier for you.
Yeah, it does make life easier for you. It's super convenient.
That's not necessarily a necessity, but there's a great show, Manhunt, the Unabomber, and
I seen that.
Yeah, it's great. And obviously he was set.
I think Netflix.
It was on Netflix. I'm not. I think they might have removed it, but it was on Netflix for sure. And the main thing that he was doing was he was sending bombs through mail. And one of the main things that he was saying is that everything that we've created, we became a slave to. So the postal system, and we have blind trust in everything. We were even cars, first we were able to migrate however, but then we create cars, but then now you create jobs that require you to get a car. So if you no longer have a car or transportation, you are now a slave to some type of transportation, right? To survive. And we've gotten to that point now, even with phones. And it's funny because I don't know why that is. We think it's making life easier for us, but it actually complicates it because now there's a price to pay. That's why people can't afford life, right? You can't afford a car. You can't even afford your phone. People are dying in cars, as a matter of fact, because they can't even afford a house, right? So,
wait, what? They dying in the cars because they can't afford a house.
What's his name? What's her name?
The person who had the kids in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yet she had a phone or she bought iPads, whatever the hell she bought, electronic devices. But it's just funny that every time we create something, we think we have an innovative approach, and all it is another way of slavery for ourselves that we trap ourselves in. That's what the show is about. I thought it was great.
So then we're addicted to the distraction,
or
anything that distracts us from life.
Yeah, or
definitely with the phone.
The funny thing is, we make it a part of our life because we think it's easier for our life, but yet it becomes a survival mechanism that if we do not have, we cannot function. Like a car, your phone.
I think the phone is like this, like
it just got there, but it was a gradual. Yeah. It was a gradual stepping stone to this.
Very
point.
gradual, and of course,
now
we would be able to function without because people were doing it.
But now,
people were doing it, but it.
How many phone numbers do you know?
And you know what?
Only a few, but I know some.
And that was, I had a real situation where I really needed to make a phone call, and I realized the one person I could call that I know of, which is my mom, she was on a cruise, so she ain't had no service. And then I was like, well, damn, I don't know anybody else's number.
They need to fix that though.
How?
You can.
I don't know.
You can get calls on a cruise.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's real expensive though.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't accepting them, but. You know what I'm saying?
She was like, I catch them when they get back. Don't call me.
It's a vacation for a reason.
Exactly.
But I just find it ironic. And I think that we're going to get to that next point with AI, which people are just take ChatGPT as the end all be all and perfect information and not remembering that it's inputted information that is scanning, right? And now people are not even thinking, they're just ChatGPTing,
I mess up on that all the time too.
Yeah.
That's a good, a really good point.
I know my mother's number, and I know my older sister's number, and I know my aunt and uncle's number.
Any number I knew pre cell phone,
Yeah.
I still know today. Like even numbers that don't nobody even have no more.
I know the
I still
Chinese
know them.
food store number.
Like takeout.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. So my husband actually got a new number at the end of the year, and not gonna lie, I don't know it yet. So I
That's
really,
okay. I don't feel like nobody like is quick to study new numbers. Like studying numbers was a thing that you did like back then.
no, I need like if there's an emergency or so, like I really should know his number because it actually took me a while to learn the first one, like a long while. And then so it's like now, oh, you want to get a new number now? But no, like I really should. Like I know my dead grandma number. I don't even need that anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not going to be removed from your memory. Like you always going to remember that.
That's what I'm saying. It's literally what I'm saying.
But you said I don't even need that anymore. You don't need to need it.
It's taking up space.
Thank you, Rico. Like I need another one to be embedded in its place
In her iCloud.
in my brain.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I honestly I think like that's probably one of our biggest handicaps is we don't know people's phone numbers. Cause like just say something happened to your phone and you got to ask somebody like, hey, let me use your phone. Or you go inside a hotel like, hey, got an emergency, can I use your phone or whatever. And you only know your mama number, but that ain't who you want to call.
Hell no.
You know?
That's always who I want to call. Get me.
Ain't been
I don't know my siblings' numbers. I don't know. If my parents change their numbers today, child, I don't know what to tell you. Like, there has to be a better way for us to
Communicate.
or remember something, child. I don't know.
They used to do smoke signals. Try that.
I guess. But you know, it's just a new world order of just everything. Right?
I believe so.
Y'all are actually very annoying. All right, so we're gonna get into this video of the dating apps. Girls are ditching dating apps for men at Home Depot. What is that about?
This is it was a video.
I ain't gonna lie.
What's that video?
That's smart.
reaction?
Home Depot, not Lowe's. It needs to be Home Depot.
I don't go to either or.
You know, those.
Have you heard about the movement where girls are ditching dating apps and trying to find men at Home Depot instead?
It's always like the TikTok commentary is just go to Home Depot, go to the lumber section.
So there's this girl named Caitlin Anzari who has been sharing her journey on TikTok. So the idea is that like Home Depot has blue collar, hardworking men. Typically there's a lot of cute guys at Home Depot, you know? So she took this challenge literally and she went to Home Depot and she was dressed cute and she found this guy and recorded the whole thing. She saw him and she was like, oh my gosh, that guy's cute. So she goes up to him and she's literally recording, but she's like hiding her phone somehow. She asks him, she says, I'm trying to hang a picture. Like, do you think you could help me find the stuff that I need? Stop and you can tell he's kind of like flustered, but he's like, yeah, sure. So he takes her to like the wall hanging aisle, finds this stuff to hang it and starts like asking her questions about the painting. Like, what size is it? Is there a wire in the back? And there's no painting. There's no painting. She just made it up.
Starting out the relationship on a lie.
Yeah. So she's just like making up dimensions for this piece of art. And she's like, it's like 30 by 20. Does it have a wire? No. So he ends up getting her the stuff and then he starts walking away and she's like, oh, dang, like nothing came of it. And then he turns back around and asks for her number.
Stop it.
Yeah. So she gives him her number. He texts her and says like, I'm sorry I made a fool out of myself. I was really flustered. Like it's not every day a pretty girl comes up to you and asks for help.
Cute.
And so he told her like, if it's okay with you, I'd love to help you hang this picture.
Stop. She's got to go find a picture.
And then he says, I'd also love to take you to dinner before, if that's okay.
Oh my gosh.
So he literally asks her on a date. They go to dinner and then he comes and helps her hang up the painting. That was in October and they're still dating.
That's just, again, so sweet. I have some follow-up questions I'd like to ask.
Okay.
Are boys starting to know about the trend that women are trying to find men at Home Depot? Okay, my second question. What is the actual chance in these kind of meet cutes that he's actually single? Like, I'm not pessimistic here. I just, like, what are the actual chances? He's actually single, he's a good dude, and they're gonna vibe.
That nigga's married.
That's what I'm thinking. If you at Home Depot, you married and got a house.
Yeah,
like in a yard and kids and all of that. I mean,
or you meet a nigga with his own house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think when you live alone versus when you live like as a bachelor and you live with like somebody, I think you're probably spending more time at Home Depot if you have like the family life.
True.
Unless you a guy that already is handy and doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you have that business, usually you have it.
Well, she did also say blue collar workers, or are they at Home Depot for work?
And you getting up, you picking up stuff.
What? Did you just ask that?
I mean, I don't know.
Wait, are you asking if they work at Home Depot?
No. That's not what I was asking.
Okay.
Okay.
You were saying, are they there for work?
Okay.
No, because they could be getting work.
Like, how I get this pink
not
color.
house things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for a job.
Right.
Like they gonna hang some like light, like do some lighting or something.
Right.
Yeah. They're
not there for home stuff.
Same thing.
So they don't have a family.
It's not commercial detail. It's home detail. Depot.
I'm like, wait. What
I was actually confused for like. I was like,
I don't know. Okay, so what stuff they haven't? I don't really go in Home Depot.
I'll give you an example. Like I was actually on Home Depot's like website last night, like trying to pick out some tile. You know, to go in a house. But then you may be somebody, maybe you do landscaping and you need to get like the you know the garden section, right?
Go, a landscaper.
And they have like this like the weed barrier.
landscaper.
The weed barrier, you buy it from there. You buy some plant food from there, you know.
Yeah, he gonna hook up y'all house when y'all get married. He gonna hook it up real nice.
I ain't gonna lie. That'd be a dope person, like a profession, a landscaper. Or like
lit.
or even the people that do the design, the landscape architect.
Not bad.
He ain't single.
I mean, when she honestly, now that she's presented it that way, I can see it.
Do you think she cared?
Nope.
No.
Well, she was there to find somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
She was there to intercept.
Because women are hoes. Go ahead and say it.
I didn't say it.
Because we already know that's what was coming next. But anyway, I don't know. Okay. How about we all? If you're a person dating in this time right now, and you like, I'm done with the apps. What's a good place to go meet somebody?
The gym.
I got a cheat code for men.
Where?
Now you like you don't want to share.
Does he still go there?
Nah. Well, the cheat code is gray sweatpants. Go to Home Goods.
Oh.
Home Goods. Yes.
Women are always in Home Goods.
Maybe women stay in Home Goods.
That's where the candy comes from.
That's
Okay, I know that story.
Yep.
You go and pair gray sweatpants and always
get the little crate.
There are never good looking men in the Home Goods in White Plains.
Well,
never.
I specifically said gray sweatpants, so I would go in there with gray sweatpants and just
prey on women.
I was looking for something for my home.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a
smart.
great, that's man.
Why is
not bad?
Why is Home Goods any different than Home Depot? He's buying
It's the
stuff for
same.
the house.
It's a little different, but it's in the same avenue.
for the opposite sex.
Yeah.
That's I'm telling you, that's a
And if you really want them, depending upon what type of woman you want, the housewives are going to be there between like 12 and 2 because they have to pick up the kid at a certain time. And after the gym, they go.
It sounds like you standing by the bathroom.
I mean, it's definitely giving standing by the bathroom.
Methodical in my ways, right?
It's smart.
I'm not gonna lie, like
I never wasted time.
All right,
I know what to do.
I see your ways.
The good thing is with women, they go to Home Goods just to change. They could be single and go into Home Goods because they just want to change, the vibe of their living room, or
their home,
or they just want to change whatever it is. They could be their bathroom. They just,
or you might just need something simple like dish towels or sheets or women live in Home Goods. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I see men in there, they just be like,
I don't want to be here.
Like they be sitting in like the chairs that's set up to buy. They be sitting in the chairs like
They be making them look good.
My husband had to go into Home Goods the other day. He called me. He was like, Home Goods is so ghetto. I was like, what? I was like, the one by our house? He was like, yeah. He said they'll have something one day, the next day it's not there. I was like, well, it's like the TJ Maxx of
I was about to say,
home
it's like
stuff.
TJ Maxx, Burlington. They're all under the same people, right?
I don't think Burlington is with
Not Burlington.
TJ Maxx. And I know Marshalls and TJ Maxx.
Okay, Marshalls.
And Home Goods. And they have a sporting store, or whatever, called
They got
Sierra.
that whole like
Here today, gone tomorrow.
put everything up on these shelves.
Knickknacks.
See what you can find up in these aisles.
Junk.
Type
No, it ain't
situation.
junk. It's a lot of
going
stuff.
on.
It's junk that
It's dishes, sheets, pictures, silverware, like pots,
I guess if
fake plants,
if I was actually looking for stuff, yes, it's in there. But
coffee. Like I buy a lot of my coffee from.
Like I said, I'll be in there on a mission.
listen, gray sweatpants, that man's single. You learned it from me.
Just FYI, everybody's not set up for gray sweatpants. So if you have blue,
telling us like
if you have blue, just wear your blue or your black or whatever. You know.
But if you are,
Yeah.
you're welcome. You thank me later.
You know what? I was feeling somebody in the comments gonna be like, "Yo, I done that before."
I don't know. That was really good.
Yeah, I don't know if I can top it.
There's no top. I mean, I got
I got more
to get it done. But in this instance, I feel that she knew what she wanted.
No, it's excellent. It's excellent.
And she did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I feel that she didn't really care, or she may not care about what his situation is because she was going there for one specific reason. And so even if he says he's married, then she could basically control the game and
She
be
should
like,
have been like, "Get your trifling ass away from me."
she just wanted attention.
Well, she wasn't looking for somebody to date. I thought that's what the lady. They said.
Yeah, but I mean, she went in there to get attention. There was no picture.
Yo, a man going to Home Depot is work related to some capacity. Whether he has to work in his house, a woman going to Home Goods, it's just decor and leisure sometimes. I just want to change some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, yo, I gotta build the whole fucking deck in the backyard or fix the plumbing or
Nah. Ask you. Well, Alan's not letting the audience talk today, but you buy so many essentials there.
yeah, I mean,
Like you, I mean, well, at least I do. I buy essentials. It's like you always need white towels. You always need white sheets. You know, you got to replace your silverware because people don't carry them out your house. You need new dish towels. You need glass Tupperware. Like it's just because typically somehow they disappear from your house. You know, so you got to keep replacing stuff. Oh, I know. Because I'm sure you didn't take them out the house. Because you take some from my house, I'm calling you for it. Actually, all my stuff got my last name on it. You borrow anything from my house, I swear to you, it's going to have my last name on it with a big old marker. Like, you know those ladders, like the step stool ladders? It has like either 2 steps or 3 steps or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I found one. I've been looking for a 3 or 4 step ladder for a long time that wasn't $1 gazillion. And I finally found one. And when I got it, the first thing I did, I literally wrote my name in like 7 places all over it.
on every step.
No, I did. Like, because it's like rubber and then it's like metal right here. Last name. Literally on everything. Like all the extra charges at my house, I put my name
Who
up.
was going to steal it?
Are you serious?
Who was going to steal it? In your house? Who was
Not
gonna
steal it, but like, you know, people come to your house like, hey, let me use your charger. And then instead of just taking a phone off, they just pull the whole thing out, like not thinking.
Yeah.
Or like you want to go home with some food and, you know, we don't have any more of the takeout containers. And I got to give you one of my Pyrex dishes or something like that, you know?
Those things understandable. But who's taking your step stool ladder?
I don't know. Somebody,
Like,
no.
all right.
No, somebody might borrow it. Like, hey, you got a such and such. I'm like, yeah, cool. Hell, we got 20 chairs that was just returned to my house 3 days ago. No, about 5 days ago. They've been gone since Thanksgiving. Whole chairs. Like, and if we ain't said nothing, they would have kept our damn chairs. Like, don't act like when you got stuff, people ask to borrow it. You know what I mean? Like,
Old chairs? I've never really heard that one.
really?
Yeah, you let somebody borrow your house chairs?
No, like you know how you have like folding chairs, or like if you have an event or something.
Okay, so the folding chairs. I'm thinking like dining room chairs.
Not like a dining room chair.
Why would they be needing that?
No, like say, I imagine a lot of people be having like tables. You have tables, right? Chairs,
tables,
tablecloths. You see what I'm saying? And people, when you have it, people want to borrow it.
I got a question. Just as a single woman on a panel, how do you feel about that? Would you? I'm wrong for that. Well, she's married.
What?
I can't ask this.
Single? Wrong about what?
I said it wrong. They're laughing.
Wait, wrong about what?
Well, she's single. I'm sorry, or whatever your situation is. Would you?
I feel greasy.
Would you?
You're fine.
Does that go against girl code or some type of like
what goes
woman
against
code?
We're talking about taking
I'm talking
stuff
about
out
this.
the house.
I'm talking about the video. I'm sorry.
Home Depot?
Yeah. Would you go out of your way to like set it up like that? Or is it like, no, a man's got to find me and he's got to put the attempt and he's got to do all the first steps. Who am I?
I don't think that I would necessarily do this, but I'm not mad at it.
At all.
I'm not mad at
So
it.
taking the first step isn't out of your wheelhouse to kind of like, if you see something.
I'm not opposed to taking the first step, but my first step is like, I'm going to like 2 or 3 of your pictures so you know that I've been here. Then you know I was here.
How did she record this video?
She said she kind of had her, I guess, phone concealed.
No, but they moved aisles.
She had, she had them right here.
Right. Actually, and she said, don't know how.
They went
Was
from
this
this
a
aisle
skit?
to this aisle. Like she went from whatever aisle he was in he brought her to the frame aisle and was asking her questions. So how the
Maybe
fuck?
she had her phone tucked in her bag with the camera sticking out.
Then she just shouldn't trust him because his head ain't on a swivel. There's no way you recorded me all around Home Depot and I didn't know. I'm just thinking.
We need to. I actually would like to see that video to determine for myself whether that was a skit or not.
Everybody don't live with their head on a swivel like us. I've had to learn that. I don't think that everybody makes a big deal of like sitting facing the door like we do. You know what I mean?
Come on, men or women?
Black people. And I just think we live like a more stressful life, So
you don't think we live with our head on the swivel?
I think we do. I don't think that other people do.
Oh, like other cultures as much as us?
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's like the world is yours. What you got your head on a swivel for? You understand what I'm saying? Like so I don't know. But I understand Rico's point, but it's an issue for you and I get it. But he's like, what's a swivel? Like
he didn't look behind you once and see the niggas was following you. Like
right.
That's what I'm saying. He don't.
Black dude would have been like, what you got that camera in your breast for?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean like.
And how did she record the audio? Like you ain't see the mic?
Maybe it was just on a cell phone.
Maybe it was just regular.
This nigga's an idiot.
Regular
That's what
audio.
There's no way he's retarded.
He was into some freak stuff and he was like, oh, we're gonna video everything.
He was playing the game. He fake acted flustered. He saw the camera. He said, watch this. I seen the trend. Stupid.
Probably. Wait, so where's the good place? You said the gym. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I mean, and the reason why I actually give you a lot of credit is because you had a schedule with your home goods, with your location. I always said the gym early morning, 7, 8, 9 a.m. because those are the people who are serious about their health and most likely have to go to work after that. So the fact that you can get up.
Why did they at the gym at 9? They're supposed to be at work.
Well, I mean, less. Oh, yeah.
What if they go to the gym after work?
That's a different crowd altogether.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah,
Three different crowds.
yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, no. The morning people their dedication is different.
Their priorities.
But you missing out on the after work baddies because you think that she's supposed to be in the morning.
The thing is, you don't want to run into the baddies, right? Those baddies, you want to run into
the real gym people.
A good person, a goodie. You want to go to the goodies, not the baddies.
The early morning is like more professionals, if that makes sense. Kind of like they're going to like their serious job.
They wake up at 4 a.m.
Yep, 5. Yep.
Big no for Erin. Big no.
I'm like, what if she's just tired?
Not gonna lie, I did try it.
Yeah.
I was in there yawning.
Workout really just gotta see me when I wake up. I can't wake up early on purpose.
Still just be.
I used to do it.
I'd be sitting there like waiting for it to kick in. Like I just I be so out of it in the morning.
I give you one of that shit that lift you up out your bed.
It'll probably have me itching though.
I
Yeah, you
don't
on
like
float.
that. Ever since
can't
y'all
handle
told me that, I would never take that. I do not want to be itching.
Well,
Absolutely
I
not.
don't like them. Ooh, that itch is.
it depends on the
But you're more used to it though.
No, but they have the ones that, so it's beta alanine that really gets you that itch.
I thought it was niacin.
That's beta alanine. So if you get one without it,
Okay,
you should
chemistry.
be all right.
There's non-stimulant.
Yeah, and non-stims.
I don't know. I just know one time I took some back because I was like, this shit had me itching like a crackhead.
You can't
No,
scratch.
I literally, you can't,
You're not
it won't
supposed
stop.
to?
No, it
Well,
doesn't stop.
Yeah, like when I used to take one that was like 4,000 milligrams of beta alanine, and I wear contacts, right? So my face would itch. So I would try to fight it, and then when I made the one mistake where I went like this, I'm sitting here going crazy. I knocked my contacts out. So I had to stop doing that. But you know,
face was itching.
yeah, your face. It's different for everybody. Some people it's just their joints. Some people it's their legs.
I be itching like right here.
No,
Yep.
thank you.
Mine is my face.
Right here.
It feels good
When I'm
though.
up and energized, that's when the workout will see me. I don't need none of that shit.
So where you going? Or where you suggesting somebody goes?
The brunch.
You know what? That's not a bad answer. What I really wanted, because I don't be going nowhere.
Answer.
First of all, I don't be going nowhere to be meeting nobody, to be meeting people.
Oh, okay.
Like places I go, I'm not trying to look for nobody there.
Like Trinidad.
But where would you go?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Well, you know what? Now that you say that, out the motherfucking country. Out the country. Yes, like Trinidad.
For a serious relationship?
Told you, Alan.
For anything that isn't these foolish American boys.
Told you, Alan.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know where I'd go. Sorry. I don't know.
Well, you don't need to know.
What you told Alan?
Go out the country to get your thing. You know what I'm saying? Passport, girl, guy.
I mean, no, you be doing something different. Please do not confuse
It's all the same.
you and I.
It's just one is faster than the other.
That's not what I'm talking about, chat. I'm not talking about what he be talking about.
In Houston, you can go anywhere to meet anybody. I don't know. Houston these days is kind of a mixed bag, but
I
like
feel like, okay, anybody in the party scene is kind of like skeptical, right?
I think that's what it is now. Like,
First of all, because that's how I feel about New York. I don't want to try to talk to anybody seriously if I met you at a party and I always see your face in these same parties. And honestly, yeah, we see each other often because I be here too, but still,
It's like being on a dating app. Like, how can you talk shit about people on a dating app if you're on a
I'm
dating
on
app?
here too. Exactly, but I just feel like I know I'm here. I'm here for the fun. What you here for?
the fun.
You're the fun.
You see, when you got answers like that, then you can't be eligible.
You know what? In the comments, let us know where's like a good place to go prey on somebody.
As a woman.
I mean, we talked about.
No, I said pray because of him. Like,
I wasn't
not gonna lie, excellent place to go meet somebody if you're a man. Home Goods. I think the gym is kind of weird because women don't necessarily like to be like bothered at the gym.
And I'm not trying to mess up my place where I work out at, and then I have to see you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Switch the time. You know she can't go at 4 p.m.
Yeah, but switching your time is like that's a lot.
That's too much.
Now that's something on you. You got to change.
But y'all let us know like what y'all think is a good place for a man or a woman to go meet somebody.
A great place. Like not a good place. A great place. Like one place that is a lock.
Consistent.
And that's what I gave you. I gave you a consistent
You're
spot.
right.
So give
You
it
did.
a consistent spot.
Yeah.
What's your spot again?
Home Goods.
Home Goods. Okay.
I got more too, but
Why you didn't tell
because
us?
I can give you everything.
He goes there.
Where I want to know.
Instagrams. Nah.
Nah. We spoke about the party scene in Houston, but I really just feel like the men are finer in
are.
Houston. Like you also
been said
can't
that.
talk to people just when you
Haven't I
out.
been saying this for a long time?
Yeah, you just can't be talking to anybody.
Because the other men see you talking to that one person, you mean? Or
No, I don't care about other men.
no, I'm saying when you're out in the party scene. Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
So moving on. So a 26-year-old woman, she sues her ex-husband for wasting her youth. It's kind of interesting, but I'll give y'all the.
Is that a random picture or is that her?
That's a stock photo.
Yeah, stock.
This looks like a Netflix
Oh, it does. It does. So it says she met him at 20, married him at 21, and believed every promise that he made about love, kids, and building a future together. Now at 26, after 6 years and a failed marriage, she's suing him for wasting her youth. The case, reported by Bree Avery Zachary, has sparked debate. Can you really sue someone for wasting your time in a relationship? Her lawsuit accuses her ex-husband of emotional distress, loss of opportunity, and robbing her of her prime years under false hopes. No kids, no home, no legacy, just broken dreams and time she can't get back. Or is this just the emotional cost of love when it doesn't last? Is this accountability or entitlement? I have a question. Was this in the United States? Really? What state, you know?
Did she win?
Yeah, where you have any details?
Also, did it say how old the husband was? I didn't catch that. Is he older?
When they got married, she was. Wait a minute. Oh, actually, no, they don't say his age.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't say his age.
So I think it's interesting how, in reality, you can be a victim anytime you want. I'm not saying her. I'm just saying in your relationship, you could say, "Oh, you're wasting my time," and that makes you the victim. I could say that as a man, like, "Oh, you didn't fold these clothes. Now I'm the victim." Like, you can pull the victim card anytime you want and like pull stuff out of your butt like this. And that was pertaining to the whole Cassie situation as well. I think that she wasn't a victim when she was having a lot of fun and her lifestyle fitted everything that she dreamed of, but then she became a victim once so and so happened. Because couldn't have he been a victim?
Scooby Doo.
Couldn't have he have been a victim at some point in time if he really spoke to him like, "Oh, I didn't like how you did this. That makes me the victim." And I think certain people play this role quicker than others. That's
Fucking his trainer.
I'm saying it just even in a regular relationship, like when people break up, anybody could claim victim and say, "Oh, you wasted my time because it didn't work out." But
I just hope that this woman isn't the same woman who also said that women don't have a clock. Doesn't have a clock. Because when you have, it's like you can't refute something, but then again be the victim of that same thing that you're refuting. So if I just hope, because I don't know the details, that, you know, any woman that even agreed with this post is on the same side that women do not have a clock, because if that's the case, then you do not have a case to sue somebody for wasting your youth, in my opinion, or time, whatever that was. I don't remember.
I don't know. I mean, it's America. You can sue anybody for anything at this point. I do think that it's important to have a level of discernment when it comes to relationships. And that's not just romantic relationships. It could be friends, coworkers, whatever. And I do think that people are taken advantage of. It happens all the time. But I don't know if it even makes sense to sue somebody for it, you know? I really don't, unless you had like some sort of contractual agreement outlining what the expectations like of the marriage was, then perhaps. But like just as a general matter, she got too much time on her hands, in my opinion. Like,
she wasted more time.
I was literally thinking that you wasted more time doing that and you're not going to get anything out of it, to be honest. I don't think that this is something that she would necessarily win.
Maybe she should go to Home Depot.
Right.
Get straight to the point.
I was about to say, be quick on that next one, girl. Don't worry about how much time was wasted. Just
That is
get
true.
your one up on the next one.
Very true. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know what the outcome was. I really would. That's about
There's
all.
probably not an outcome yet.
Well, we don't know.
Is this a current thing?
What's her name?
It doesn't.
Is she black? Because why was it? Why
I was about to say the stock photo was black.
Stock photo was, yeah.
Because Alan only uses black people in stock photo.
But
And she's first of all, you need to change the stock
but that's
photo.
not
because
one you
this
would want
lady
for-
is white.
But
This
it
lady is white.
No. But it also said that this is a stock photo. So
Oh, okay. Never mind. I take it back.
So yeah, there's really no context
That was false.
on it.
She wants to do all this
Yo,
doing,
'cause
but
if
she
she-
don't want to put her photo out there.
This may as well be from New York Post. Alan, don't be sending this foolishness to my phone no more. Anyway, what is this
No
guy
photo,
talking
no
about?
name?
Nothing.
No state.
She did not want to be found.
She sounds.
So who is
foolish.
truly loyal in a marriage when it matters, men or women? I was having a conversation with these two women in the comments, and they started saying that women, when somebody gets sick in a marriage, man gets sick, woman gets sick, women are twice as likely to stay as men. I was like, I don't know about that. I got to look the studies up and I'll come back. I went and looked the studies up. They were wrong. Okay? When somebody gets sick with cancer or MS, women are not twice as likely to stay as the men are. Women are 7 times more likely to stay. Legit crap. I just looked this stuff up. Did not believe it. Could not believe my eyes. I mean, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? So when a woman gets sick or with cancer or MS, men end up divorcing 21% of the time. When a man gets sick, they only divorce 3% of the time. 7 times more likely for the women to stay with the men than for the men to stay with the women. I thought it was in sickness and health. How the hell do you feel like a man when you're leaving a woman who gets sick in your frickin' relationship? Man, that crap annoys the ever-living hell out of me. Those women were completely right. They were just wrong about the statistics and how big the gap actually was when they said twice the amount. Okay, it's 7 times more likely, and that absolutely breaks my heart, man. I could not imagine leaving somebody that I loved because they got sick. That makes absolutely no sense. That is some dirtbag crap. Y'all want to complain about them being gold diggers, man, but when it comes down to brass tacks, when it comes down to shit hitting the fan, there's the ones that stay more often than not. If you look at statistics in general, man, that's crazy to me and sad as hell.
Mm-hmm. And we cue women are hoes now.
Yeah.
I didn't say it this episode, so y'all are so wholesome.
What?
Y'all are wholesome.
Wholesome.
Wholesome. I said, not see, I didn't say that. I said wholesome.
Did y'all notice he looked like he had no eyebrows?
Yeah, Jacob, watch your mouth.
No, I think he's completely. I don't think he got no hair. Like the sides of his cap is showing no hair.
I don't know. Sorry,
We're
his
not
eyebrows.
studying that though.
But his eyebrows, they
Good message.
caught me by surprise.
Women don't gotta leave. You saw what's it called? Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one.
Tyler Perry.
But I didn't know it was the trilogy. I don't know if they had different titles. Anyways, that's the only one I saw. It's a really good movie, by the way. And
Thank you.
the one woman who he left, or he was married to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he cheated on her. Charles.
Mhm.
And then he went and cheated on her and got a new joint and kicked her out the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he became paralyzed when he got shot. But yet, I don't know if they actually got a divorce or not, but his either ex-wife or current wife was the only one to be there to support him. But one thing that stat don't say is how the fuck you gonna get treated even though she's staying with you? Because that woman was whooping his ass in that bathtub.
Do you blame her?
Yeah, like, yo, just let me be paralyzed. If I'm already fucked up, why you fucking me up more? She tried to drown him, choke him, slap him, knocked him out the wheelchair. You know,
But she was still taking care of him in all of that. She could have left him with no one.
yeah,
He
but
would have died right there in the house.
I think
She was still.
she
She bathed him after a while.
yo, but that's the thing. Like, a woman will stay just so she could, just so she could fuck you up.
No, don't say that in a
Just say
general
just so
matter.
she
This
go
was a
fuck you
very
up.
That's a movie. I don't.
situation where she was literally beat and kicked out of that house.
But also, and I don't know the time frame, but I'm going to assume that if I had an average age of divorce, I would say anywhere between 40s and 60s age gap. With that being said, the men giving that context, and I'm not too sure if that is the proper age gap, the men were typically had a more traditional approach on marriage than today, which means that man was typically the breadwinner, and he was typically, the one to probably have any type of retirement funds to take care of the family going forward. Opposed to, so why would she leave? If she would leave, she's gonna get cashed out. Some women wait for men to die to get cashed out. This is a fact, right? So she was going to get cashed. There was incentives to stay. As a man, if you were my wife and let's just say I did not value what you were doing, let's say you weren't bringing any money into the table, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go get somebody else to go do it. Now, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying there was more incentives for women to stay than there was for men to stay if these stats are consistent with the age gap or the age group that were getting these divorces when this study was done.
I don't know. I would imagine the older folks was staying regardless. I think it's probably younger people. Like, if they're in their 60s, they're barely in their 60s. Because that, Gen X, are any of y'all in your 60s? Like the oldest, like probably the oldest Gen X.
Look, it makes sense. I'm just saying I don't know what age group was studied in his studies that he wants to
well, a reasonable assumption is that it wasn't anybody like in the boomer age or the silent generation. It's likely somebody who's like X or millennial.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said 40 to 60s. I'm not too sure. Yeah, we have 40-year-olds in my generation, right? Millennials.
Yeah.
So that I mean, it's definitely true. Again, even if it's between 40s and 60s, I don't know the age group that was being studied in his studies of the research. But if they are older, or let's just say if they do have something to lose, or if they did have a more traditional relationship, I can actually see it. I mean, I've watched my grandmother say to my grandfather, I don't care, when you die, I'm getting paid. I've watched her say it in their argument. And he'd be like, damn, fuck bitch, $2 million. Like
they're arguing. Like,
yeah, but my grandmother also did contribute to the business as well. So I feel like that is different. But there are some women who didn't contribute to the business, and it's incentivized. Like, yo, I married this person.
Contributed to their well-being, to their life.
He's
have
dying.
To specifically be the business,
but I don't.
They have a business.
In this case specifically, the well-being is already has come across a situation where there's some type of sickness going on, right? And you never know. I don't know what the cause of this is. It could be stress related. Who knows? That could have came from the wife or the husband.
You just be making shit up.
Your grandmother triggered you.
Amanda, go
I'm just saying, I seen it. Like, we all know that women be with men, especially like growing up. This is what I've come to understand. Women are with men, especially when the man has money, especially if he's older, and they be waiting for him to time out. And if it happens earlier, they be like, perfect.
First of all, and that sounds like if a young person got with someone old for that reason, which is trifling, but a solid couple that have been together and are about to die together, who has that mindset?
I don't think
that, as soon as they drop dead, I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid. Yeah. No one.
That's exactly what they did.
Anyway, I mean,
right, like, I can't even with you.
The numbers are the numbers. Rico just be making up all
7 times as much.
Stories. Just the man, whatever come inside of his head, he just be saying.
I'm just saying, there's a reason for it, and we need to unpack the reason on why men are leaving, if that's the case, and why women are staying, if that's the case.
It's the same reason that it's typically girl children who take care of their parents and who have the responsibility of being a caretaker for their younger siblings and their aging parents. It's the exact same.
So reason. A man will leave his wife just because he doesn't want to be a caretaker?
We're natural born nurturers.
Jesus Christ, there's some real layers that need to be pulled back here.
Pull it.
Y'all don't understand it. I pulled it already. If a man loves a woman and he really loves a woman, he's not going to leave just because he has to be the caretaker. If a man likes a woman or has love for a woman, but she has done things in this relationship, or she just was never the woman that he actually wanted to be with. Maybe that was the woman of his kids. Maybe that was just the woman that he was, trying to be with to have an image. These are reasons why a man leaves. Men don't just leave.
But even in that situation, you guys made it so far down there has to be some kind of loyalty in marriage. You guys, I feel like some people take for granted what a marriage actually is. Even if you loved someone so much before this, but you married someone else, there's a commitment there. Yeah. So that does not mean the first sign of sickness is like, all right, well, I didn't even really want to marry her anyway, I'm out. Absolutely not. Again,
this is not one situation or one variable. There's numerous different variables that happen. That could be one, right?
Yeah, I was responding to that one.
Well, I said like 3. So
I was responding to that one.
Well, again, it's not always just one situation. In that same situation a lot of men marry women because he feels like she earned it. A lot of men married women just because she got pregnant. A lot of men married women just because of that time frame. That doesn't mean he's grown to be closer with this woman, or vice versa throughout however long they've been married.
But I think you're proving her point. Regardless of what they married for, they made a decision to marry. So she's saying if you made if you married someone, thereby making a commitment at the point that they become sick, why do you think it's okay to leave?
The point that I'm making is that the commitment was only being honored from the man's perspective, is what I'm saying. Not all of them, but the commitment was only being honored from the man as he was in love with this woman. Once he has now fell out of love with this woman for whatever reason that has transpired, right? That commitment to him is null and void, especially if he is the breadwinner. And he was always the breadwinner. Now, again, that's the difference. No man is just packing up and leaving because she's sick. So, okay, yeah, she's sick. Fuck my wife.
That is
and I'm
so sad.
But I think that's what...
I think a lot of men look for an out that they don't necessarily have.
Yeah, because
they don't want to be with the person that they're actually with.
The situation is what it is, right? They don't actually want to be there. But even if you fell out of love, is there still not any love there, any friendship there, any loyalty to the amount of years you guys spent together? Like, why doesn't that exist, even if you're not in love with this person anymore?
Well, first of all, it does exist because it's only 21%. That means there's 79% of men that are not leaving, right? So let's not say it doesn't exist.
I'm not saying all men.
Well, you said it doesn't exist. Or does it exist?
Well, yes. In your example.
The answer to your question is yes, it exists. But now, in the specifics, once a man has tapped out or a woman has tapped out, right? And I actually believe a lot of people just got married for a title. They never got married to be with each other. They got married for a title. They got married to fit in society. They got married for all the wrong reasons just because they wanted to blend in.
But they still stayed when the nigga got sick. That's the whole point.
I mean, again, I don't even know how many people was in the study, right? So there's only 1,000 people and there's fucking 50 million marriages. I don't even it's a small number.
Well, that's why you have extrapolation.
Jesus Christ. You saw me.
What I will say that there has to be
Can we put
a
the
reason.
Extrapolation definition at the bottom for the people?
Yeah, I think we should. What?
I didn't say anything. That's a great word.
Anyways, we need to figure out more so of the reason and not necessarily just what the said study is. And I don't even know who it's from. There was no source here.
All right. Ask Amanda.
You was finna check it, even if there was?
I mean, we all got a phone up here because I feel like if you wanted to know, you would have looked it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask Amanda time. All right. I'm 28 and I've been with my girl for about a year now. She's 25. Gorgeous, smart, the full package. Early on in the relationship, she introduced me to her friends, including her so-called guy best friend. He's not gay. They've been tight since high school, and according to her, There's never been anything between them. No dating, nothing romantic. She swears he's just like a brother to her. At first, I tried to be chill about it, but I'm not gonna lie, the way this dude looks at her, it's wild. He'll say slick little things under his breath when he thinks I'm not listening. He gives off that if I ever get my chance energy. And honestly, I don't think she sees it. I think he's been bidding his time, playing the long game, just hoping I fumble her. I brought it up to her and she literally laughed and said there's no way, that he's basically family. But I know what I'm seeing. As a man, I can tell when another dude is scheming. I'm not trying to make her choose between me and her so-called brother, but I also don't know how long I can stay in a relationship where I feel like someone's lurking in the shadows just waiting for me to mess up. How do I get her to understand what's really going on without sounding insecure or controlling? That actually is a good question. It wasn't like, what should I do? Should I break up with her? Or it was, how do I get her to understand? That's a very mature question.
You see how the question's formulated when a man writes in? I'm just saying, it's not no, oh my God.
Oh my God, what should I do? What are you talking about?
I mean, he gave you layers. Like, he doesn't want to come off as insecure, but he broke it down.
All right,
like,
so don't ask for any further information. We got what we got. He gave layers.
What's your answer?
What we saying?
I personally wouldn't do anything, because if you keep speaking up, or if you speak up about it, it makes you look away, and you know how you feel. And as a man, he explained that he understands when other men are scheming. So if you feel that he's scheming, you just have to, you got to wait that out. What, you gonna fight him?
I would actually like to ask, would you have any conversation with dude?
For what? So he can sneak me?
I don't know. I mean, what reason would he have to
Why
sneak
would he
you?
sneak you?
Like, for what reason would he have?
Because you got his bitch.
Not only that.
I mean, but that's his though.
No,
but you got.
He got his.
Yeah, because you don't even know what he's on. Because the same way I feel about him, he could feel even worse about me. And how does that conversation begin? Like, hey, I know what you up to. And he could be like, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna black your eye. You're gonna go back to your girl, and now you're gonna look stupid. And she's gonna know I'm the bigger man. That's a stupid conversation. You gotta. That's stupid.
Yeah, quit being lame.
Beat up by your best friend.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like,
Fuck the
man,
best friend.
get your nuts out your pocket. Let them hoes drop. How can I tell her that I want her to know how men are? Shut the fuck up. Ugh, I'm just annoyed by that. It seems very whiny. It's like, if it's your woman, why are you not confident in what your relationship is with her? Like, why do you even care what this other person, regardless of how close he is, like, why do you care what this other person does, thinks, or whatever?
That part.
Because the thing is that, like, if he get out of line, first of all, she should say something to her man. But if he get out of line and you see it, then you handle it. But you sitting up in here crying in a corner, wondering, oh my God, what should I tell her? Oh my gosh. Oh. Man.
So
Sorry.
he's not supposed to say nothing.
Now this is our reaction. This is me and Rico's reaction when the women write it. I wanted to see what you just did, but y'all call us out on it. I feel you.
When was that my reaction?
Yeah, man the fuck up. That was your reaction. How we say when the women would write in, be like, yo, you sound stupid. It's your fault. You know it's your fault. You want to be a hoe. But when we say it, oh, yeah, they want to be a hoe.
But you're literally
whining.
You're referring to like two like discrete situations that are not nearly the same.
Yeah, but I feel like as a woman, you hear the opposite sex differently than we hear the opposite sex. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So as a man, how he said, I can see when another man is scheming on my woman. He can recognize that. We may not know that you recognize that. That's what he's saying as his girlfriend. You may not see what I see.
I don't know. I have a feeling my response is generally the same. Like, because all these people be getting on my nerves with these stupid ass questions.
You know, they'd be doing this in the NBA. They run the tape, run it back.
Oh, run it.
Challenge the play.
Oh, you can run it.
Challenge the play.
You can run it.
Challenge the fucking play.
You can definitely run it.
I'm coming in with a red
Am
flag.
I wrong?
I'm listening.
I'm challenging.
I have a very like, what the hell is this situation response most of the time. You can run it back. I'm very consistent.
The previous play is under review.
Run it back. So call it out, Rico.
It's under review.
Call it out, Rico.
It's under review.
Call it out, Rico.
It's under review. It is under review. We're going to the booth.
Call it out. Find it in your phone. Whatever it is you're talking about. Because I ain't never sat up here and not. Because if it's a stupid, annoying scenario. Matter of fact, I think the one last week or the week before, I was like, what are we even talking about? This is dumb. Like, can we get some better Ask Amandas? These people just be saying like,
honestly,
where they friends at?
He said, I'm not trying to make her choose. But honestly, I feel like.
So what is he doing? If he not trying to make her choose, what is he doing?
That's why he don't know what to do. But I feel like that's the only way to go, because if she doesn't feel like this is a big enough situation that bothers him,
exactly.
So yeah, but she's not bothered by whatever he's feeling. So it's like, it's either I say this to you once and final time for you to wake up and notice that this bothers me that much that I'm finna walk away for it, and you fix up or distance yourself or say whatever you need to say to your friend, your brother, or whatever, then I don't know what other option there is.
I have it.
Tell him.
Sir.
Here it is. I'm waiting for it.
You are insecure for whatever reason about the relationship that they have. It's unreasonable for you to think that she would not be no longer be friends with this person because of y'all's relationship. Anyway, it's unreasonable for you to ask them to not be friends anymore. And she clearly doesn't have interest in not being his friend, because she done already told, you see one thing and she sees another. In my opinion, you either need to say it and be done with it and, just figure out some coping mechanisms, or you just need to leave her alone. Because, I think it's really hard to ask somebody to like, oh, pick me. We've been dating for 1 or 2 years or 3 years or whatever, and you've known this person your entire life. Childhood, middle school, high school, like literally your entire life. And nothing has ever happened. Well, you know what? Maybe they've been peeping since y'all was in kindergarten. Maybe that's what it is, But like, it's really... He gonna be sad if she don't.
I don't feel like that's the case. I don't think that he's insecure about their relationship.
I think he is.
I don't think that he's insecure about their relationship.
Why is he even worried about another dude?
Ever.
Like, why are you even worried about somebody that might like your girl?
And you expect people to like your girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, but this is someone in close proximity though. Like, I feel like
still a man.
We're not talking about just someone who might have been around her this one time, or someone that she's not really around. This is someone she calls her brother.
They said childhood friend. Is that what it said?
I didn't read that. No.
Still,
it just said that she got a friend that she calls her guy best friend.
Okay.
I feel like it is absolutely okay for a man to not be okay with your relationship with another man if he sees that it's too friendly, it's too... Like, that makes him feel the type of way.
Yeah,
and that's not insecure, though.
What's the definition of too friendly? Are they flirting? Or are you so insecure that you think because he smiled at her, or they have an inside joke that you don't know about that you can't handle?
Based on what I read, I don't feel like it's anything like that. I feel like she is just acting so oblivious that this guy best friend just be flirting with her in broad daylight, right in front of the boyfriend. And she's just writing it off like, oh no, that's family, that's my brother. Like, that's how I'm picking.
So what do you suggest she does?
No, I suggest that he give her that ultimatum.
No. Once he makes his complaint known, like, what is it that you think that she should do in response to his complaint?
Distance herself.
From
How
who?
so?
Wait, from who?
From the friend.
From the guy.
From the friend.
From the friend.
Really?
How so? How do you distance yourself from someone that you're always around?
Don't be always around.
Always been around.
We see each other 5 days a week. All right, let's lessen it to like 3 or 2.
And you don't think there's still gonna be a problem?
If I'm making a change in our friendship, then I'm doing it because X.
They can still have sex within those 2 days.
Right.
Like, nothing's changed. All you're doing is creating resentment.
If the facts of the situation is true and they've never did anything, I don't know why us seeing each other 2 days a week now instead of 5 means that we're definitely going to do something now.
But that's his issue. That's why he said they can, whatever they could be doing that the boyfriend thinks that they could be doing, even with 2 days, they can still do whatever that is. That's the point that he's making.
I think that for me, I feel like I would like to have some respect for my man. So if he's not comfortable with this, I'm not going to cut off my friendship, but maybe what he is seeing is true. And maybe I'm too naive to see it myself. So yeah, I am going to pull back from this friendship a little bit just so that this guy best friend of mine knows like I'm over here.
It's not going to be enough.
Well, she was going to have to adjust to make it enough.
Because he going to still be around.
And it's not going to stop. What about the next fine dude that she meets or that she says was a friend from before? Because is the issue that he's attractive?
I mean, they didn't say that.
The issue is that
if he was fat and ugly, she wouldn't be saying nothing.
I think
honestly,
the issue is that the guy is a snake. He's dressing up to be something that he's not. It's not like, again, he said he's just somebody who's been playing the long game, which means he was never a actual friend. There was hidden agendas and ulterior motives the entire time. It's not about, okay, cool, they are good friends and, you know, they may have an attraction for each other. It's that this person never really cared to be your friend. This person only wants to be close to you, and that he'll wait as long as he can so he can sleep with you. That's the main problem. It's not that the friend is attracted to her. It's just the fact that that one is a person who was never genuine from the very beginning in his eyes.
Right. So why is he worried about somebody who is so lame that they willing to play the long game?
I don't think that he would. I don't think that it's his like genuine care for if this guy could take his girl. And it's not it. But if this is someone that she's around all the time, like he's in his space all the time.
What I'm saying is that if this is a dude that's playing the long game, he's sitting around being, what y'all call him, a herb, like playing, like acting like you the friend. Like, why do you care about somebody like that?
I mean, you
see what I'm saying? Like, you really worried about a herb?
It's never a worry.
Right? No, he is worried about it.
It a worry.
Thank you.
It's the fact that it's present.
But men are always present.
No.
Thank you.
And how about the second issue is her being oblivious to this kind of behavior?
That's another problem.
What about it? What do you mean?
That like your friend of how much years, your brother, your family, you can't tell that he likes you?
Well, one, we don't know that is in fact the case. That's the boyfriend's perspective.
That's his perspective, yeah.
I mean, he's the one talking to me.
Talking about his perspective.
Yeah, but again, I think it clearly matters if he's an attractive man. Because if he was a fat man or
that would be even worse, actually. Because why you got this sloppy ass nigga fake
because he's a friend.
But he's fake friending. It's not that he's even a real friend. He's a fake friend.
And why are you worried about the fat man?
It's not about worry. Like, you have fake, dishonest people around
that,
you.
Like fat niggas can't pull nothing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Fat dudes be having great personalities.
They be funny too.
Sorry.
It's just like, why are you
Rome?
Why are you around it? Like, why do you choose to be around it? And now I have to play the fake game with you because you choose to play the fake game with him.
I'm like, you know what? This ain't working.
Yeah, exhausting.
You got too many insecurities for me. I ain't gonna lie. I actually dated somebody like that. Like,
controlling. That's too much control.
Not necessarily control, but like
that was
you worried about everything. Like things that are not even issues, you're making it an issue.
Yeah, but the control issue is once he gives her the ultimatum and she does it, he gonna do something else. He gonna give her another ultimatum. I don't like how you do this now. That's the control. Like, now you're going to do what I say. I got you to do that one thing. I'm going to get you to do the second thing.
Very true.
So nobody does things once?
First of all, because I was about to say, why does it have to be now a pattern?
Jesus Christ.
Because this is something that bothers him, though.
Of a life. If you're giving your friend for so much time because I said I don't like him around you and he's flirting with you, but it's never been an issue.
He had a reason.
What was the reason?
He has a reason. This is something that bothers him. Like, bro.
What is the reason for it bothering him?
That's what I'm saying. What is the reason?
It's not a real friend. It's somebody who just wants to sleep with her. That's the fucking problem. Okay.
But he doesn't know that for a fact.
I mean, it's
really all in his head when you think about it. He done made up this whole scenario about a dude that he don't even really know like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're on the outside doesn't mean you understand.
It's
doesn't mean you
he,
can't
he,
understand.
He a good looking dude.
That's all it is.
When you have
he insecure.
when you have
hate
people
mess.
around you that can actually see things like your parents. I'm pretty sure somebody them came to you and said, "Yo, that person that you think is a real friend ain't a real friend, and you need to go get a real friend." And you like, "Nah, they've been here. Nah, we've been rocking around. We did all this stupid shit together." Yes, the fucking problem. And sure enough, time tells that person was not a real friend, and they're seeing things that you didn't see. So maybe that's how I took this whole thing. It's like, yo, it's not a fact that he's attracted to you. It's not a fact that he's just attracted to you. It's the fact that he has really no interest in being your friend. He just needs to be around and be around long enough so he can do what he wants to do, which makes you a dishonest snake. And you don't want to have a snake in your circle. It's even worse. I'd rather you be a real friend that's actually attracted than just be somebody who's around just so you can eventually, achieve your goal.
That's too much thinking. Like,
Thank you.
you did too
That's
much.
the problem.
Thank you.
You did too much. If you that insecure, just say that.
Agreed. Please. Don't be making up whole scenarios in your head. Now you got a problem with my friends. You don't even know this person. I done known him 27 years, and I met you 1 year ago. And you trying to come around here trying to tell me who's a friend and who's not?
That's what
Nigga, I don't know you.
Mm.
If you want to be real,
Someone who know they damn brother like them would say, "You so insecure now it's my friends? You worried about my friend?" Gaslighter.
how's that gaslighting?
Because your friend like you. Your friend likes you, bro. And
Yeah, they're my
now
friend. Of course they like me. They're supposed to like me.
That's insecurity right there.
How is that insecure? How is that insecure?
It's insecure to have somebody that you don't like. You keep them around just so you can feel liked.
How do you keep somebody around?
Friendship.
That's not no friendship.
Y'all making this shit sexual.
You know they like
It's
you.
just a friendship.
You know they like you, but you want to feel liked. You want to feel like.
So if you get a man and he tells you you can't be friends with this dude that you know because he's fine, you know he's an attractive man. Your friend is an attractive man.
The way you're lining this question up already is pissing me off because that's
how.
It's literally the scenario.
No, it's not. You made up the fact that because this other man is fine, that's why he doesn't. You made that up. So you framing that question, you made that up as well. Those are not the facts of the fucking prompt.
You're right.
You're making shit up.
It's too much thinking.
And
That's too much thinking.
you're making shit up
You're right.
and you're putting your own details to try to flip the question back on me to see how I would respond, and it's not going to work.
You're
That's
absolutely
not
right.
happening.
The answer is man up then.
Exactly. Quit your fucking whining, and either you stay with her and you deal with it, or you leave. Like, get out of here.
Or you
My
confront him and get snuck. Do that. How about that?
Yeah, confront him. Actually, that's probably
That solves your problem.
yeah. Confront him.
You're not a real friend, you're a snake. Get
Look,
outta
if you
here.
get
So let's
snuck,
fight.
if you
Nobody
get
said
snuck, then you know you're right. like,
Exactly.
like I'm saying, if you get
Bro,
snuck, you
not
know you're
really.
right.
No.
Like,
Exactly.
Not really.
You know you're
exactly.
right.
That's what you hitting me for.
Yeah, because
I'll be like, why you in my
caught you.
face
Why
talking
you-
foolishness?
I caught you, nigga.
That's
Like,
why.
I fucking caught you. Thank you. Like, oh, you punched me because I caught you.
That's actually what he
Oh,
should
you
do.
mad, huh?
Yeah, oh,
you mad?
Now you.
I
Thanks
think
for-
he should go
Hey, look, I
and
told
say
you,
something to the
sis.
dude in his face.
Yeah, do it.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Film it too. Film it and see how it goes, and then send us the video.
Please. That's actually he need to.
And then while this girl who's so oblivious about her fucking friend is gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, why did you guys fight, brother? Are you okay? I can't believe." Stupid ass.
Brother, are you okay? Is nuts.
Hey, I don't know, y'all on that light skin logic over there, so
Basically.
I can't even really.
You light skin more than me.
Chocolate City over here, boo.
Nah, yeah.
Self-proclaimed.
Anyway, hey, like I said, run up. That's what I think you should do. You should run up on him, give him a piece of your mind, tell him he's a snake,
Oh,
and
make sure you punch him in front of the friend. Punch
Yeah.
him in front of the friend.
Sure, whoop his
so she
ass.
knows.
That's a great answer. Whoop his ass in front of her.
Yeah.
Tell us, make this nigga uncomfortable to come back around. Every time you come around, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Word. Catch a charge. Go to prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do
go
it.
to the state pen
Yeah.
Do it.
over insecurities. Can you imagine?
Do it.
I like that.
Can you fucking imagine?
Go ahead.
Amanda
stabbed
says, "Give that girl an
And then have your hairline
ultimatum."
back here.
What?
And if she's
That's
playing,
innocent.
if she keeps playing dotish, then
Wait,
please just leave.
Like, say what?
Dotish.
Yeah,
What is
dotish.
that?
That's real.
Like,
I don't know. What does it mean? I don't know the word.
like stupid.
Okay. I
Like,
see you.
I never heard that word.
like, oh no, he's not. Oh, just leave her alone
You
because that's not
ready?
someone you want to marry anyway. Just cut that relationship
Anybody
off.
said nothing about marriage.
Yeah, but why keep her
You
around?
add, you add to the, you add facts. You
But why
add
you gonna keep
facts.
dating her?
You add
But why you
facts.
gonna keep dating her?
Did that.
They just trying to have sex. You adding stuff.
Too
We don't
much.
want to hear
That's
it.
his girl.
We don't want to hear it. You're adding.
Sorry, hold on.
You're gaslighting us,
Yeah, I'm gaslit.
right? I'm on
I've
fire over here.
I've been with my girl. That's his girl.
Whatever.
Why you don't
That
act
was
like
a
it?
detail. This is a fact.
Why you don't act like? Why you act like he's pursuing her? He's in a challenge between him and the guy.
Because he's trying to be too respectful.
Respectful. Come on.
That's why I said run up.
Basically, sneak him.
He's gonna be too
It's
respectful.
really that simple.
Let's see who hands
Tell
is
them
better.
all.
That's
Tell them
it.
both. Bring them in the room. Listen, this is what the fuck is happening
Set
from
up
here
a
on
ring.
out.
Can we set
Start
up a ring
your
out
start
there?
your training
That's
tonight.
how I work. I'm telling you
The
what it
World
is.
Star!
It is. Come on, man. Yeah.
Yeah, them World Star videos used to be wild. That was when YouTube didn't really have no rules.
What do you mean? What
They
happened?
used to have like beheadings and stuff on YouTube. Do y'all remember that? Anybody?
That was
I used
when
to
what's his
watch him.
face was running it though, right? After he
Ooh.
died, there wasn't nobody yelled World Star anymore. Q.
Who died? Who?
Then they got the owner of World Star. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant of YouTube. I was like,
Nigga said, who died?
well, cause sorry.
Now you adding facts. I didn't say anything.
No, I'm confused.
Okay, y'all.
That was your answer, guy. Fight him.
Yeah.
I gave him what he needed. If
Hey.
you need anything else, you call me.
You can listen to the light skin logic.
We're not allowed to call you because.
Yeah.
Well, he's allowed. She's not being strict over there, so
You're right.
he could do whatever he
Cause
wants.
she's secure in her relationship.
Or she's secure with something else. Anyways, let's talk about the worst places that you can take a person on a first date. I feel like this first date,
Somebody's house.
You just made this girl a hoe. Hold on a second. I just want to let you know you made her.
No,
a hoe.
I didn't.
You said she's securing something else.
She's secure in her friendship
Okay.
that she don't want to let go of.
Okay. That's not what I heard, but okay.
I didn't say.
I
hoe.
thought she was secure. Ooh, I'm saying, like that's
Same.
that's what I was thinking.
Now y'all know I don't talk like that,
Ah.
and I didn't say that.
Okay, so why do we think you said it?
I don't because y'all are poisonous.
Oh, because we made it up in our head.
Yep.
Just like old dude made the whole
You're right.
scheme scenario up about old boy. You're right.
You're right.
Exactly.
What about your first date? Where you want to go?
Gaslight.
No, we're talking about the worst places.
Somebody
I feel
else.
like
I'm saying, where was the worst place somebody took you on the first date?
No. Like she's just saying like as a where you like the worst place you can take somebody.
And I mean,
and you're asking me.
yeah, like what was your worst date that someone took you to? Like, why am I here? Are you crazy? Was it IHOP? Was it?
You know what? I haven't had a lot of first dates in my life because I don't like people and I don't like going out with people.
Ciao.
But the house is definitely a good answer because yeah, I've done that.
Don't invite me to your house and I barely know you.
You went to their house
Yeah.
after
Ain't nobody come to my house.
they pull up to your house and didn't go to your door. You walked in their car.
We wasn't even driving.
Okay.
That
you-
we wasn't driving
you be
back
on
then.
Snap so quick. Just be willingly.
Like nobody drove up to my house.
He walked up and he said, "Hey, I'm out here."
Here.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's the worst first date you've been on?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Child, I don't even know.
Well, not the worst first date you've been on. What's the worst place
Someone has
ever taken you on a first date?
Ooh. It was a restaurant that did not have the prices on the menu. I'll never forget this.
That means expensive.
I guess you should have did your research before we went there. I ain't
What
asked.
kind of restaurant was it?
I don't even remember. I didn't ask to go to this place, so
He was trying to impress you.
I honestly I don't remember. But I just remember it didn't have prices, and then when the bill came, he was like, "But there wasn't no prices on there. Why this cost?" Blah, blah, blah."
But why he didn't ask before?
I was like, "What?" I was
Thought it was
appalled. Oh, sorry. Ugh, Alan. I was appalled. I was just like, you sat here And you saw it wasn't no prices on this menu.
You ate that food.
And you proceeded to order. You proceeded to let me order. And then when the bill come, you finna embarrass me in front of these people and this boy? Like, that is forever embedded in my mind. I literally could not believe that a person acted like that.
Did he pay for it?
Huh?
Did he pay for it?
Yeah.
He just wasn't happy on how much he had to.
Dishes?
Yeah, like, well,
he was going to pay.
I didn't ask to be there.
I didn't think he could pay
and I
for
was
it.
young. We could have went to wherever, like anywhere but Applebee's, you know. But I'm sorry. Don't do that. Just have an idea of what you're gonna pay for, you know, when you plan an outing. That's all. I was embarrassed.
Rico, somebody brought you on a first date. Where they take you?
A bad place?
Yeah.
I haven't had one.
A bad first date?
I had a bad first date, but not a bad location.
Oh.
Okay, what do you think is the worst place you can take someone?
Wingstop.
Wingstop's it.
No, they're horrible.
Really?
I don't know.
Wingstop.
You have to come back.
I like Wingstop.
I think it's based on something that's not their vibe, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause it's
Like
not-
somebody who don't like roller coasters and you go to Six Flags. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if you go to a casino, another person like doesn't like gambling.
I did that.
You
but
know.
Cigarette smoke.
Yeah, or like,
That
yeah.
should be smelling like cigarettes, bro.
Yeah.
you should definitely not go to the casino on a first date if you can't take a loss. That's for sure.
I don't want to see you gambling on a first date anyway.
I took a.
You're just gonna be sitting there. Like if you don't gamble and the other person does, you're just like,
Nah, we used to do that because
You
it's
just-
free
for
drinks.
drinks. Yeah,
It's
you
free
get-
drinks.
that's it.
To sit here and drink.
See, now you're thinking.
But I lost, so it cost me way more than them drinks.
Oh, no.
You know,
Not
but it was cool though. You know, she's like, "Damn, I'm going to the ATM again."
And what's she just doing? Standing over your shoulder?
Yeah,
Sitting
like when
there.
we playing roulette, it's fun. You be like, yo, what's up? What number you feeling? What number you start, itching like a crackhead?
Yeah, a whole bunch of crackheads.
She's like, play my
Don't take me
birthday.
there, please.
That shit come out 00. Oh, you ain't the one, baby. like you ain't the one.
I think as a man, we could probably make the date better. Like we can kind of make a bad date very good. In a sense, like what if
Y'all just so vibey.
I'm saying if I brought you someplace that's like not your vibe, I could just be opening you up to something new, like trying something new, showing you something that I like, and you could be like, "Oh, well, this is different."
that means like
On the first date.
I know why you're here. Gray sweatpants, home goods.
Let me see it.
I was like, what was
He
that?
hit you with the wink, the nod, the everything.
I was actually confused. I'm like, he's trying to tell me something here.
Nah.
Like,
I think we had communicated enough that when we got to the first date, like we both on. So
okay, my specific question was, you're taking her to somewhere that's your vibe on the first date.
she gonna love that shit.
If y'all go to the sangria spot,
Hello, I'm saying like what? Trust me, just put your trust in me. I got you.
I'm like, I don't know you, my boy.
I won't bring you to my house, like unless you ask.
That's
That's a lot.
then we
too.
really know
I'm
what
asking.
time.
Like, what is homeboy looking for?
And how old are you in this question? Are you 22?
All of
or-
us? Or?
I
Yeah,
mean,
that changes.
are you
as a-
22 or are you 45? Like, it's different.
I mean,
You're right.
Because 22,
first dates
I
can
might go.
happen at
I used to
any
take.
age.
I used to take girls to go kart racing when I was younger.
That's fun though.
That's lit.
That's what I'm saying. And then
I
after
go to that right now.
You know,
Go.
I'm an activity guy. I like doing activities.
I like activities.
But I mean, on a first date, I probably wouldn't do that right now. I would do something like that, like axe throwing.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh yeah, I did that one.
That is a good.
I can actually see what kind of aggression you got.
Would you go with just y'all or like in a group? Because you get, it's kind of like bowling. You have time to like kick it and talk or whatever while other people are doing their rotation.
I know your answer.
I feel like I wouldn't introduce
What's my
my
answer?
first date to a group of people unless
my
I knew
answer?
for sure that I liked them for real.
I know your answer.
What's my answer, bro?
Because you don't want that girl to think that the other dude's funnier. Because you don't want no.
What the fuck is wrong with him? Yo,
Nigga said that was not
that's
my.
nowhere near that.
Come on.
No,
He said no laughter.
That's
We
what
know
I'm
you
saying,
don't like.
You can't do a double date.
no. That see. The funny
Without
thing
your
is,
people, you can't do
Because
it.
they friends really do be funny.
I bring my friends in to do like so it depends. If I already had time built where I'm kind of understanding her, then I'll most likely do it one-on-one. If this is all new, I would do a group. So I want to see how she interacts. I want to see what she finds funny. I want to see what she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But like, no. But like, what I'll do is, I'm not trying to make you laugh. Yo, Kwame, make her laugh, bro. You know, like.
Damn, Kwame a do boy?
Yeah, that's my.
Nigga said yes, myself.
Because he a funny
Ew,
nigga.
Kwame, yo,
Do you like this?
He called you a do boy.
But the greatest thing about that is, I like group activities because then you bring your friend, or she bring her friend, you bring your friend, 2-on-2. You know what I'm saying? It's like Steph and Clay back in the day. You know?
You can still run that play if it's not your boy.
No, I refuse.
Really?
Yeah, I refuse. I have to know you from at least. I gotta know your capabilities because I've had a situation where a nigga struck out and both of them left, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying, what if the girl's like, oh, I'm gonna bring my girl is meeting up somebody else too, so it's her friend.
I don't do well with those either. I don't do well with those because you know why?
Wait, explain that. What did you just say?
So he's going out of.
It's the opposite, but I think on her friend's side instead of his friend's side.
So
Okay.
yeah, like for example, let's
Instead
say
of Kwame, then it's gonna be her
Friend.
Yeah, because as guys, we know how to run the 2-man. Like, it's easy.
yeah, we could just dish it up. Like
The real challenge is if she was running.
that's not a challenge. That's a fucking stupid. Like, cause that nigga, I don't know him. I might not even like that nigga. Nigga
You
might
got to. That's more time that you got to spend with her.
Nah, cause you gotta
form the separation.
It's too much mind games that y'all gotta. You might as well just been there by yourself, cause it's either y'all work together to complete the task, or you just kind of, side. And then you gotta be in competition with this nigga all rubber. Like Rome want to do wild weird shit at the table, rubber from her toe to her thigh. She giggling, and I'm looking at my bitch like, nah, I gotta suck on her titty at the table.
Jesus.
Like this is just escalating. But you get what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Please cut that out. Like Rico always just
like,
take it like.
But when you have
where it's supposed to be.
when you have synergy with your homie,
me though.
yeah, you could
No, we
ball
talking
out.
about the titty part.
I would be the titty. He would.
I ain't doing
You know
all
what?
that.
On that note, guys,
One nigga mad romantic. You don't holding doors. He holding every door. She looking at you. I'm like, damn, nigga, you just get the fuck up out of
Can't
here.
hold the door. Yo, you somebody.
You held the door for all four of us.
ain't no more doors left to hold.
I wish
good point, though.
I wish a nigga would pass the door to me. I swear to
You got
God.
the next door.
Nah,
got
bro.
double doors. I got the first one. You got the next one.
It might not be a double door today, bro. It's just one. Like, nigga passed the door to me. I'm looking at this nigga nuts. Like, yo, he holding it with the fingertips. Like, oh. I'm like, nah.
Don't hold my door, man.
Yeah. I got it. Go
Nah,
ahead.
I got it. Go ahead,
See?
bro.
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead, bro.
I got it. I don't know.
He's like, nah, man, no, it's cool. Go ahead. No,
Nah, you go. I got it.
not even fighting.
Hey, what you trying to prove, bro?
Oh yeah, we got to fight now.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Face.
Table for two, nigga. We came here. No, two.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no. 2-man with just me and my homies.
Yeah.
All the
right.
whispering.
Well,
Okay.
what you want to close out with?
A song. I'm just
You
Man.
think 40-year-old versions of rom-com?
yes. It is.
Have you seen it?
40-year-old virgin?
Yeah.
Who was in it? I don't remember who was in that movie.
I forgot his name.
Oh,
Steve Carell.
yeah.
Kevin Hart's in it too.
Was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yeah, Steve Carell. Okay.
You call that a rom-com?
I guess. I remember the gist of the movie, but like
It's actually funny.
Not
Watch it again.
but I don't really just be watching movies like that. But I remember the gist of it, but I don't remember. They be like, "Oh, you remember when?" No, I don't. Not like that. Yeah, it's a rom-com.
All right.
What happens in Vegas?
I knew. First of all, I knew Rico.
Who's in that?
I wasn't gonna hit you.
Oh.
Scary.
Who's in that?
Cameron Diaz and Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Fucking hilarious, yo. When he was pissing on the dishes, that shit is insane. You gotta watch. Okay, so
don't spoil it for me now.
Wait, he's done explained this movie so many times on this show. Yes.
Don't spoil it for me in case I see it or something. It might be on TBS when I get home.
TBS. It's TBS on your channel.
I don't
Definitely
know.
be on TBS.
No, TNT.
Yeah,
I think it's TNT.
Why TBS?
Or Spike TV.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be on one of them channels. But yeah, keep it. I don't want you to spoil it for me.
That's the only rom-com I actually think I like.
All right. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow. And until next time,